What's up, everybody? How you guys doing? It's that time. Oh, that song just like ended. I thought it was gonna like fade out. Let me get that turned off there real quick. Welcome to episode 4 of Used to Be Cool podcast. This is a parenting podcast where we used to be cool, but it's okay. We lost somebody just now. What the heck, man? He's quit. He's quit on us, man. It's okay. Tonight we have DZ. He's on with us. It's a trap. DZ's hosting the stream. That's why my lights are going off. It's kind of crazy. Oh my gosh, I can't do things. Hold on. There we go. There's the easy way to enable sound. Okay. I muted them earlier because we're off on the thing there. We should have Giovanni join us here shortly as well. And so we're going to have a pretty fun night ahead of us. So yeah, we'll go ahead and go with the intros. I'm Fall Ferris, better known as whatever. I don't even care anymore. I suck at intros and ending the show, apparently. I have 2 kids, 2 baby girls. One's 4 and 2. Let's see. Last time we did what was an interesting thing about yourself, but I can't think of a good question to do something or tell us another interesting thing. I don't know. I'm gonna leave that to Al. Take us away. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey everybody, I am Al Dezerka. I go by DZ or DZ Live, depending on how you're looking at me. I've been a partner broadcaster for 4 years with Ferris. I've been streaming for 5 years. I also worked in video production and was a communications major in college. And now I just hide from my wife and kids and stream on Twitch.
True. So we're all good parents here, and that's why he's vital part of this thing. Andrew, go ahead, man. Take it away. Go ahead and introduce yourself again.
My name's Beardly Andrew, or Andrew, whatever. I don't really know how to follow all that. I'm a lonely affiliate on Twitch, and I got a lot of fame from a YouTube video, I guess, kind of. I don't know.
Good. Yeah, tell the story because some people don't really know that from.
I don't know this story,
here. So yeah,
I want to hear it.
So
it's worth telling. It's a good story.
So there's a YouTuber. His name's Bitwit or Kyle. Has a couple million subscribers on YouTube, and he does this thing called Pimp My Rig. So what he does is he takes your PC.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Kyle, never mind. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
So he takes your PC and basically like pimps it, I guess you can say. So I shot him an email in October of last year, and then in January he emailed me back saying, "Hey, you still want to be a part of the show?" So I said, yeah, like of course. So I didn't tell him anything like about my story. I told him like, "Look, dude, this is my rig. I really just want like cable management because mine's terrible." And then I started talking to him, and then I let him know about like I was diagnosed with depression early on last year, and then he took the ball and ran with it. Like I went from a 1050 Ti to a 2080, like just nice. crazy stuff. Like that video has 500,000 views right now, and like today's actually 2 months, and I'm at like 6,500 followers on Twitch, and
yeah. When you said the name, it didn't instantly click, and then as soon as you said PC, I'm like, oh shit, I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah, dude, he's such a good dude, and that's kind of how like I was streaming before. I was streaming for like almost a year before, and then I hit that streamer wall where I didn't want to do anything, and then this video just kind of lifted everything up, and it's been great. Like I have a great community that we're building, and get to meet cool people like you guys. So.
Hey, yeah. Kyle, if you're watching this, I got a PC too.
That's actually I upgraded a little bit. That's actually the old case right there. But yeah.
Yeah, he's awesome, and I think he does stuff with Paul's Hardware too.
Yeah, they do awesome hardware.
Yeah, he's done quite a few collabs.
They're great guys. They're just really good guys.
Wasn't he on one of the Salvage Wars, Scrapyard Wars, whatever, one of the Linus videos too.
Yeah, he did it with Paul's Hardware. Paul's Hardware.
Yeah.
Nice. Oops.
I posted the
something
link to
happened.
the video in case anybody wants to see it in the chat.
There you go. Cool. I just lost all my stuff for a second. There we go. Steven, go ahead and introduce yourself, man.
Yeah. Killer Steven, newly dubbed Steven J. Killer in Discord. I'm horrible at intros. I've got 3 kids, all girls, despite their best efforts. Still have 3. I've never been any cool videos or anything, so you gave me a tough act to follow. But yeah.
I know. I feel like we should have went with DZ last, because now everyone's like, I've done this, and now it's like, well, what have you done, Steven? Why are you even here, man? I'm an alcoholic. I'm just here.
What?
Yeah. See, now we got more. All right, go ahead, Baby Fawn. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Baby Fawn. I have 1 daughter, and she is fixing to be 4. And I don't have anything interesting. I'm a super small streamer.
It's true. She is very small.
I'm
streamer
very small. So small.
I'm glad you're here. You're not a small streamer. You're growing. You're a growing streamer. So yeah.
I'm growing. I'm trying my best.
It's a better way of doing it. None of us are small streamers. We're growing streamers.
Yeah.
I'm okay
like
with being
that.
small. I'm still small. It's fine.
Yeah. Except for Keystone Smooth, and then I'll let him make everyone feel better.
I'm not growing. I'm not even streaming. This is as good as I get.
I'm a big streamer physically. I mean, does that count? I'm a round streamer.
True.
We'll go with that
Yeah.
one.
I'm trying to be a fit streamer, but it's happening. Go ahead, Keystone Smooth, or Keystone. I say Keystone.
So, yeah, as far as PCs go, I'm using my work computer. So big shout out to eBay. I appreciate that. I'm sure this is what you had in mind with it. Three kids. One's about to be 8. The other one just turned 5, and then there's a baby somewhere in the mix. Yeah. I don't stream, or I don't even do like social media. So I just work with Ferris. So that's how I am here.
Do you write it off on your taxes as charity work?
No.
You should do that. He'll give you a tax ID number.
This is why I
Send you a
haven't-
1099.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever, Albert. Here we go.
Hey, man.
This is gonna be a fun one tonight. I'll explain some of the history with DZ after this. So go ahead, Giovanni. Go ahead and go with your intro.
Well, much like others here, I am a small streamer here, and a mother. I have an 8-year-old son, and yeah.
Take it away. Good job. No, I'm just kidding.
Intros are hard, words are
I know.
hard. Yeah, so my focus right now is GTA RP. Outside of that, me and my munchkin, we play a lot of Rocket League, so he's really huge into video games. So yeah, I'm excited about this podcast.
Nice. Well, appreciate you guys all being here. You guys got all the stuff that we had here. Hopefully you guys had a little bit of time to think of it. If not, I don't think yeah, it's kids. That's the best part of this whole thing, because like, I don't know, doing the streams, it's like
I forgot to say I have 3 kids that I'm aware of.
oh yeah, that's true.
My son's 24 and 2 daughters, 13 and 10.
Yeah. DZ has the wisdom of the oldest one of the day. So he
No, I
gets the
probably had
king.
him the youngest.
Oh, true. But yeah. Yeah, so DZ and I, we used to do, he basically kind of helped me with my wall, like when I was about to give up and do this other stuff, and then kind of got me into the mobile gaming, which kind of thus, pushed my career of streaming into an career-ish type stuff. And so
Ferris
yeah.
is my oldest son in the industry.
Yeah. So we both started doing it with via like charity streams, and we were part of Team V Gaming back in the day. And I think that's where we kind of got the bug from there. Is once we kind of, I don't know, is a different, definitely a different space back then than it is now. And like this podcast stuff is something that we've always wanted to push. And then now it's pretty much the new meta on Twitch right now. And it kind of gives old guys like us a chance to still be relevant on Twitch. Well, at least for me. DZ's always been relevant because his setup is top notch. And he does it as a hobby.
Pretty sweet
folks.
looking room.
He does it as a hobby. You're gonna show the go ahead and show the other camera angle. Just do it real quick. Just have to let me get on the big screen. So that's his little meager little setup. Not just
That's a
one.
green screen. That ain't real.
Good
Fake
Photoshop
news.
skills.
Yeah.
Here, hold on. Here, I'll be a real prick. Here, I gotta stand up for a minute here. Gotta stretch.
Yeah.
Jesus.
No
Okay,
problem.
you might
No
be-
problem.
Something.
There we go.
Good thing he's a
Oh, sorry
hobbit.
about
I'm over here with my knees hitting the bottom of my desk to get a new chair and stuff.
Listen, if you go back to
Streaming on a
videos of me and
laptop.
Ferris 5 years ago, it was bad, dude. Really bad.
Even then, you still had like the desk set up in the soundproof studio. I mean, okay, compared to where it was, yes, it is
I
definitely.
had a
improved.
wall and a desk.
Whatever. That's true.
That's all you need.
We're the ones that are telling like, don't dump a bunch of money in your stream, and he's just like, what, 10 G's? Fine, let's do it. No. If you have it, do it. But I mean, DZ's the kind of guy that's huge on quality, and so like whenever we like doing stuff, we always had a lot of thought and stuff putting forth into it. So we never wanted to do anything like kind of half-assed. So that's why I enjoy being able to do stuff with you again, man. I'm glad you're here.
Well, somebody took a hiatus.
Okay,
Somebody
Let's-
took a hiatus
let's-
for 2 years.
let's
Getting
not.
called out.
God
You mother.
Yeah, damn it. It's true. But I'm back now, and we're doing a really terrible show, but it's great. So we used to be cool. That's the name of the podcast. That's your intros. First thing I wanted to talk about today was I gave you guys a little bit of homework-ish with this kind of topic was what 5 things are the hardest for a parent? And they had a list here, and I don't know if you guys agree with the list or would you have something different on there? The first thing said, 1, parent the child you have, not the child you wish you had. Often we try to parent our kids based on who we think they should be instead of who they really are. You can almost spend the whole day, we might even spend the whole day on that one. Number 2 is letting your child experience the pain and discomfort of natural consequences. A lot of us have younger kids, so we can't necessarily go fully off of that and let them just touch the stove. So I don't think that's a huge point. So that's what I'm trying
It's an
to.
important lesson.
I know, right?
Yeah,
Don't
2
touch
of
the
my kids
stove.
have touched the stove. I guarantee you the 3rd one will as soon as he starts walking.
Listen, kid, just touch the stove. It's for your own good. Uncle Ferris said do it.
It's true. Facing judgment, shame, and blame from others, and then the "I hate you, mom or dad" moment, and then letting go.
Just mom.
So just mom.
Dad's
Just mom.
always the good guy.
Heck yeah. So do you guys kind of agree with that list, or do you guys have a little bit different? Is your top 5 hardest thing to do as a parent different?
To me, some of those are kind of easy. Like to let your kid, like I told my kids as many times as I was willing to, don't touch hot stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually I was just like, you know what? Fine, go ahead, touch the damn thing. And they go over there and they touch it, and they haven't touched it again.
Mm-hmm.
But for example, today I've been yelling at my kid all day, quit throwing rocks. Him and his little buddy that lives over here, quit throwing rocks. They threw him into the pool when they went swimming earlier. I made him go back and get him. They're throwing rocks, and I keep telling them don't throw rocks. And then finally I was like, you know what? Fine. When one of them gets hit, one of them gets hit. And now my son's cheek looks like it's got a rock lodged in it because the other kid was throwing a rock at an ant pile, also which I told them to quit messing with.
You said
'Cause I
you had
don't know-
3 kids, right?
Yeah, one of them's a baby though, and this
Well,
one.
I was telling them last week because these sound like level 3 parenting skills. So when it's your first kid, you're super like, "Oh, be careful. Are you okay?" By the time you
Yeah.
have a 3rd one, it's like, "Eh,
Yeah, that's very
be all
true.
right."
It'll live.
Yeah.
The child's eating dirt. He'll learn.
Yeah.
They're
Sure.
pretty
He
durable.
likes it. They are durable, and they fix themselves with enough time.
Big deal.
Little Wolverines.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah,
Honey
you can always
badger.
see like first time parents and they're like hovering or we're at like the park or something and they're right behind them when they're climbing a rock wall or something. And my kids, I'm like, yeah, it'll be fine. Like there's that story of that dude who like tossed a 5-year-old over the 3rd level at that mall
yeah.
in Minnesota. And, you know, kids recovering. I'm not saying all of them are going to recover if they get tossed off the 3rd floor. All I'm saying is if my
Yeah.
kid falls 6 feet, he'll be all right. He'll bounce back.
They are. That's why they do call them bouncing babies. Sometimes they do tend to do that. But it is different because we do have a couple just single kid parents in here right now, right? Yeah. So Fawn, Giovanni,
used to
and
be one of those.
Andrew.
I've had a lot of people comment on my parenting though, because my daughter is very like I've been very lax with her, and just like you said, kids are durable and they can eat dirt. It's fine, good for the immune system. So I'm like,
I should have eaten more dirt.
I refuse
Yeah.
to be a hover parent or like treat her like she's glass. She's fine. Kids are built, that kind of stuff.
So we would cross off the discomfort of natural consequences because we all feel that's like a parenting tool, which is kind of cool.
It's the best way to teach them.
Yeah. There's to an extent, I don't know. I won't go into a
Well,
story there, but I
obviously you
don't
don't
want to
want
put
them
somebody
to
on
go
blast.
like.
No,
Yeah.
yeah. You want to be on best behavior at other. It's like you want them to learn at your own house, not at someone else's house. Because you don't know if they got good insurance. So no.
That's true. The only other thing that I would add to this list might not necessarily apply to everybody here, but would be co-parenting is really hard. One of the hardest things about parenting is co-parenting.
What is co-parenting?
What do you mean co-parenting? What's that?
When you're split up with when the two parents are split up, so coming up with a plan and all of that stuff.
That's
so.
still kind of a hard thing to do, even when you're together, because there's those moments where the kids are going to want to play, ask a question to dad, and dad says no, then they're going to go ask mom, or vice versa too. So.
Oh, the answer to that is super easy. Go ask your mom. That's my answer to everything. Done.
What did mom say?
Yeah.
That's what, no, I'm a stay-at-home dad, and my daughter's she just turned 1 in January, so she's too young to start playing that game. But like I'm with her like 10 hours of the day, then I come stream at night. But it's like I do things with her that my wife might not do, like give her a French fry here or there. No. But
a French fry?
Yeah, or a
You
handful.
monster.
I gave her ketchup today, but my wife was with us, so that's pretty cool. But it can get difficult sometimes, like co-parenting, even though we live together and everything, and we communicate everything. And she's kind of like those hover parents almost, where like as soon as she falls, she's just starting to walk. Like she goes to pick her up, I'm like, just tell her, hey, it's gonna be okay. You're gonna get up. And as soon as I tell her that, she gets up and starts running around again. So it's like it's hard sometimes, even co-parenting and then same household parenting.
Yeah, I think I run into that issue mainly because I tend to be more of the fun parent, but I think I've been a little bit more aware of it lately, just because Brinley's 4 and trying to work the system a little bit more now, but she's not getting away with it anymore. Not on my watch.
When it's funny, you guys brought up with the co-parenting, you say one thing and then they go to the mother or father and they get something else, and then next thing you know, it's an important thing, so then you and your ex are like, why did you say that? You're saying the opposite of what I said. You're doing this to just get to get on his side and be more of a friend than a parent, and that kind of thing. I've been down that road, and with my son from my first marriage, it was I'm sorry, but whatever your mom says goes. I don't want to deal with her. I don't want to deal with her. She went, dude, when you're 21, hit me up. Now he's 24 actually. but what I wanted to say, with that, and I don't know if this is the right moment, but I had the other end of it. My son's mother, she got married to another guy after me, and he's a nice guy, but they really had to work to make ends meet. And whenever I wanted to save up and do something really nice for like Christmas or the birthday, she would stop me dead in my tracks. She'd be like, no, he can't have an Xbox, he can't have a TV, he can't have a computer for school, he can't have any of that because you're just trying to make me and my husband look bad. And I'm like,
Partially, yes, no.
But she's like, not in my house. I was just, Jesus Christ. So guess who paid for college? But back to just really quick, back to what you guys were saying. No matter what the scenario is, I say take the high ground, even if you disagree with the situation, no matter how old the kid is or the situation, and just let your spouse make your ex or spouse, whatever, make the decision.
Yeah, I think like looking back, because I came up from a home
It's
that
like
was
number
like
5,
divorced.
letting go.
Let it go, let it go. I hear that song all the time, every day. Well, because Michaela likes that one right now. I think the best thing advice for that too is, especially is your kid will have the ability to kind of look back on certain things and see your tone and mannerisms. Like some of that stuff will stick out. And I don't know, I think that will be appreciated later on later on than it kind of feels right now. It probably is a totally an empty battle, or it feels like a losing battle because it's like putting in a situation there. But yeah. Let it go right now, just like boom, drop. No, I'm just kidding. This one is the youngest, I forget.
The middle one.
The middle one. Okay. Team Stacy, apparently. Chat knows.
Yeah,
what's up.
that's the one.
Let's see. And then I don't know, like, because the letting go part doesn't seem that part seems a little bit difficult, but it's only like the first time, like the first time they spend the night somewhere else, like without you. I don't know. Have you guys had the issue letting go to you, or you guys like, here you go, I'm going out?
Take her.
My house is a house everything happens at. So I'm the mom where like I do everything with him. So I don't know, maybe I have the letting go issue, but I don't trust other people. Like a lot of the parents, like my son's in 2nd grade, and a lot of the parents are people who were like I was in high school with. So I'm like, I went to high school with you. I'm not letting you fucking take my kid. Like I know the shit you did. Like
you used to sell me my weed. What are you giving me?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I guess I have a little bit, but it's a small town too. So
The mother that used to do keg stands, is telling you you're doing things wrong.
exactly.
It can't be that bad. Oh, it is that bad. It is that bad. Yeah. So
I was gonna say my sister, she's got 3 kids. She won't let them go anywhere without her. Like if my mom is trying to take them, like she tried to bring them down here for my daughter's birthday earlier this month, and she's like, not without me. I'm like, well, that our mom's a decent parent because she's your mom. So like, there's a precedent been set that she knows what she's doing. She can keep them alive. Meanwhile, I'm completely the opposite. Me and my wife, like 2 summers ago, my mom was like, hey, I'm going to go to Chicago for a few weeks. What do you think about me taking the boy? All right, knock yourself out.
yeah.
And off he went. And he was gone for, like 2-3 weeks. And then like, was it last summer he went to Tennessee for a while. And there's
There's Jenna.
Yeah, this is the middle one who just realized that she's on might as well be TV.
The other topic I have for tonight, which I thought would be kind of fun since it's Endgame weekend,
No spoilers.
No spoilers. No.
No,
it's not
wait, if you
spoilers.
haven't seen the movie yet, then
Shut
you need to
up,
get
I'm-
off of this podcast
Whatever.
and
I'm
be
kicking
at
you.
the theater
You
right
can't-
now.
All right, bye,
Yeah.
bye,
Pick
Dennis. Bye,
That's
Dennis.
the problem.
Bye, Dennis. We'll see you. No, I'm just kidding.
Surprise, motherfucker.
I told him to join back, but
Oh my
we'll
God!
see.
Please tell me your computer's not on speaker right now.
I can
I
bring him
totally
back.
apologize.
No,
No,
he-
everybody's got headphones, right? Okay, we're good.
there he is. He's coming in. There you go.
Mine have heard worse.
There you go. All right.
I saw it this
You're the-
morning, so
You're the worst kind of person, Ferris.
So the question was, and the topic for this one was superhero movies. Like, how young is too young? Obviously, Dennis is very passionate about this. Once you hear this, you guys can make your judgments afterwards. But I'll let him tell that portion of the story. For me, I think he's a bad parent, but whatever. I'm just kidding. Would you take your kids to superhero movies, like the ones that are out today? Like, is that an issue, or is that?
We talked MCU, Deadpool. What do we?
Well, it's
Yeah.
weird because when they're super young, you could take them to Deadpool. It's just fine. Then they get to the age that you can't take them to Deadpool again, and then they get to the age that you then can take them to
That's
Deadpool again.
very true.
So let me
Like,
go
I
ahead
remember
and
when I
jump
watched Game
in
of
right
Thrones
here.
when Stella was a baby, but now she's old enough to be like, what is that woman and that other woman doing? So we can't watch Game of Thrones anymore. But when she was 2, yeah, it wasn't really a thing. She didn't care, didn't pay attention.
I'd get murdered if she. I got in trouble just for having Rick and Morty in the background, like playing. It's 'cause
Oh, my
it's
kids
like a
watch that all the
cartoon.
time.
So
So I definitely represent the far end of the spectrum. That age of not being able to watch Deadpool never occurred. When my son was 4, I actually took him to the theater to see Deadpool, which was very weird because I'm like, hey, I need 2 rated R movie tickets and a booster seat. So that was definitely
the day right there.
yeah.
So I'm in the theater and I'm thinking like, okay, I'm everybody in here is judging me. And somebody actually tapped me on my shoulder. I was like, all right, here it goes. I'm about to have to tee off on somebody. And I turned around and there's a dad with his daughter. And he's like, hey, I just wanted to tell you, I'm really glad that you brought your kid in here so I wasn't the only one. And I was like, yes. But so the repercussions from that, there was a couple. Like, the parts that I don't care about cussing. I cuss in front of my kids all the time. Wife cusses in front of the kids all the time. I grew up in a household where, I grew up in an Italian household. Everybody cussed all the time, time and place type of thing. Violence, it's a comic book character. He understands that. Even at 4, he understood that. He's about to be 8 now. He definitely understands. It was the sex part that I didn't like. And I tried to keep him distracted as much as possible during the sex scenes. But he definitely still looked up the skirts of my daughter's Barbies when we got home, later on that night. So we kind of had to have a small talk with him about that. And then everything was fine after that. But that was the only repercussion. Other than that, like Deadpool 2, there's not really any sex scenes. He's seen that movie several times. And so is my 4-year-old daughter. She's 5 now. But yeah, me and him watched Halloween together. As soon as Chucky comes out, he wants to see that. I just, like I said, the sex is the only part. Like the violence and all that kind of stuff and cussing, it's a movie. There's that. But because you don't openly see people doing sex, hopefully, at 4 and 5 years old, I don't want to build that. And that's what it is. You know what I mean? I don't want to warp his head with that. But I mean, yeah, cussing and all that. So I really don't.
Yeah, I'd
care.
agree with that. I'm pretty much the same way. Just the sex stuff, especially having 3 girls, just kind of awkward.
I didn't even think about that.
Well, I mean, he's
but
gonna
yeah.
have a whole new meaning for International Women's Day for him from that movie.
I mean, if my oldest had her way, she would watch it and it only every day and be
So-
happy about it.
Massively obsessed with it for like the longest, watching it on repeat, like she would with Disney movies. And like
That's what they
my
do.
ex
One
came
movie a
over
week.
and was like, "Why does
I-
she like it?" I was like,
I took my
"She just likes it."
13-year-old daughter to see it in the movie theaters, and I knew the father-daughter scene was coming up in the movie sooner or later. I deliberately went to go to the bathroom at that moment when it was about to happen, and I came back and she looked right at me. She was like, "You knew this was coming, didn't you?" I was like, "This is awkward. I'm out of here."
Is it like an incest scene? I haven't seen that movie.
Yeah, the father tries to do something, and it
Oh, that's creepy.
yeah, it was a bad scene.
Yeah.
He tried. So.
These two don't like it, but the other one does. These two are kind of soft. They don't really like any good movies.
I'm trying to think. When did Terminator 2 come out? I feel like that was like the first
90,
R-rated
91.
Okay,
Oh,
so
I was gonna guess like 96. That would have been way off.
No. 91. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Fact check.
okay, hold on.
91.
All right.
That wasn't a guess.
It's not that I didn't
Dennis is
believe you. I
pretty
was just
solid with
curious.
that. Dennis is pretty solid on Johnny on the spot with some of those facts. which
It
is
was an
pretty funny.
argument that was had like 4 or 5 days ago. That's the only reason I just was able to pull that out. I wasn't going to lose that argument twice in a week.
Yeah, so I was 9 when I saw an R-rated movie, like in a theater. So, I guess that's why I'm sheltered and doing the same to my children. So I
My
guess
father
9.
owned a strip joint, so yeah.
Yeah. My first rated R movie was Pulp Fiction, I think.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I remember watching Full Metal Jacket and Hamburger Hill. My parents were divorced. I'd be over there every other weekend, and he'd bunch of VHS. Oh, this one looks cool. They were always war movies.
Well, think about it too.
Fiction.
Like Terminator 2 had like a bunch of toys with it though. Like during that thing. So like if you think
So did
about
Bunch
RoboCop.
of cool toys. Oh,
They
RoboCop
were
had awesome toys.
they had some awesome toys, but those weren't movies for kids. How crazy is that though? Like that's like them.
My daughter has an It action figure from the new It.
Jesus.
She
Oh my
wanted
gosh.
it. She saw it at Walmart, was obsessed with it, and she carried it around for like a month. And I got heavily judged at the playground.
Dead or alive, you are coming with me.
Oh, yeah.
You say I didn't know. I thought it was a clown. I don't know.
I was like, she
I'm a
likes
great
clowns.
parent,
She
trust
thinks
me.
it's cool. Like, whatever. They
It
already
was on
judge me. 'Cause Everyone
clearance.
thinks I'm younger than I am, so they think I'm like 16 walking around with a 4-year-old. I'm like, shit, sorry.
Just go with it. Just be like, yeah,
Just
I am
say- yeah,
16.
just
I
say
don't
I'm
know
her
anything.
Yeah,
sister.
I always get the question. They're like, are you planning on going back to high school? And I'm just like, no. I mean, I graduated. Why would I?
Like, are you?
Yeah. I've heard we have a friend Haley that gets asked if her parents were around for flights. But I've never
I'm telling her you said that. You.
it's sorry.
I hate going anywhere with my
Don't clip it
mom
for her.
and my daughter because they think my daughter's my
Let me clip
sister.
that.
And I'm like,
Somebody
nope, that
clip
one's
that.
mine.
How do I clip that?
Ooh.
Yeah, I wanna ask that. Dang it. But yeah, so what about you, Giovanni? You're taking them to go see Chucky and all those new movies, all those rated R ones.
I did not take him to see Deadpool, but I did take him to see Venom, and I got shit for it, and I thought it was fine. Like, I didn't think it was a big deal. So
Venom.
I'm not. I mean, like, my son has grown up. Like, I used to manage a bar for my family, and so like he grew up being around like liquor and beer and like cussing, and like so he knows a lot more than what most kids his age do
Mhm.
about stuff like that. So I haven't really sheltered him from much other than agreeing with all the sex scene stuff. That's too much for me. So outside of that, I don't really. And he stays away from it. I feel like he's one of those kids that, like, if you pressure him to not do something, he'll like want to rebel and do it. But
Mhm.
if you like just kind of leave it open and tell him, you know, this is bad, you know, not shelter him from it, he handles it better. He's like, oh yeah, that's bad. That makes sense. But I know every kid's not like that, so
Yeah, I
And
think
something about this new Pennywise too, like kids absolutely love. I was at the bus stop with, the other day, and I made like the most dad joke ever. Like the kids were playing with the manhole cover, and I made the most dad joke ever about Ninja Turtles living in there. And completely just that joke was DOA, just totally dead on arrival. And then one of the kids was like, "Yeah, more like Pennywise," and I'm like, "What the hell, dude? Like, what do you know about Penny? You're 8. Stop it! Like, why are good old fashioned Tim Curry style?" But yeah, I
My
don't
daughter did not
understand.
like the Tim Curry one at all. She was like not having him. I was like, what?
yeah, I'm not a fan of scary movies. So right now, Michaela, she's the youngest. She's like almost 2. She gets afraid of when a motorcycle drives by. Like she freaks out and wants to cuddle you. So I don't know why. I'm like we've told her over and over again.
My youngest had a phobia of the material that bouncy houses were made out of. I can't friggin' explain it for the life of me. We would go to stuff when she was 4 or 5, like birthday
Yeah.
parties, and she'd be like, "Oh, I want to go on the bouncy." As soon as she touched it, lost her shit. Swear to God, just lost her shit.
There's someone that's like
She doesn't
afraid
believe
of
me. Like now she's 10 and we do everything together, and she's like, I never did that, Dad. I'm like, hey,
phobia.
you okay?
There's someone I know who is afraid of the styrofoam sound or even styrofoam.
Oh, I am.
That's
I'm not
me.
afraid of it, but I can't handle it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's me. I do.
It's
Really?
stresses me
Are
the
we all
fuck
coming
out.
at
can't
you
do
Yeah.
it.
like that right now? 'Cause I
Like when
gotta
it's in
go.
the back seat of your car and you're like driving on a bumpy road and it's just like, like, oh,
Yep.
I can't handle that.
Balloons, same thing with the 2 balloons
Yes,
going.
yes.
No.
I'll wreck a car over that. Like my body just shuts down, and I just
I don't think I've ever been in that situation.
That is so
Like squeaky
funny.
styrofoam in the
I
back of the car.
can't handle.
If you take 2 forks and you just them together, I lose my shit. It's the weirdest thing. It's
like
my,
Ace Ventura style.
I just lose it. I can't, like, if you them together, I just can't.
When I hear other people grinding their teeth, that
Mm.
bothers me.
Yeah.
Like, I can't handle that either.
That's chewing with
Hmm.
your mouth open. That triggers me. Like,
Oh yeah.
It
Like-
only bothers me when people do that on Discord or like Xbox and you're hanging out and you're listening to someone eat. Then it bothers me. Otherwise,
Yeah.
and I can usually tolerate it.
no. Like when you go to a Mexican restaurant and they give you chips, and you can hear the person like 3 booths down chewing their chips. Like my wife, like just relax. I've never gone up to somebody, but that triggers me so bad. I can't take it at all.
Hey,
I had an ice chewing habit for a while,
Mm.
and it got to the point where my wife was ready to just leave me over it and made me go to the doctor to try to figure out why did this all of a sudden start. It turned out that I had an iron deficiency, so it was well founded, but yeah, it absolutely drove her nuts to the point where she went and researched it to was like, okay, there's a real actual cause for this. You're not just weird. And but yeah, she's like you. Just as soon as she hears chewing of any kind, and it's over, she's ready to maul somebody.
Yeah. I have 2 exceptions. That's like pandas that can chew with their mouth open, and my daughter. Like, have you seen
Pandas?
have you seen the video of a panda?
Yeah, or like crunching on bamboo and shit.
Yeah, it's the greatest. But
I'll
yeah,
give you
those
that. I'll watch the panda video over the stupid cat videos. So I'll give him that. But
I feel attacked.
I hate cats, man. I don't get it. And I already
If my cats were smart, I'd call them in here and let them give you a shitty look too, but they won't listen to me.
exactly why cats suck.
It's because they're cats.
They're just in there going, nah, fuck that guy. Staying right where I'm at.
Those cats like Pepsi.
Well, because so. What?
Is that a cat or a human?
Was it- now I can't tell if it's his soundboard or what. Or what.
I think that's styrofoam
Oh, okay.
rubbing together.
All right. So, well, yeah, because the superhero thing, I took Brinley to see Shazam, and I was like, well, frick, there's a part where I loved it. I thought it was great, by the way. There's a part where the guy uses the S word, and she was like, "Daddy, what is shit?" I was like, "Oh crap!" It's something funny though when you hear the kids cuss. That's funny, and you don't want to encourage it though.
Have your
You have to
children
like stifle your laughter.
have your children ever done anything to embarrass you in a movie theater?
haven't taken my
Not
daughter
yet.
yet.
Yeah, I've
Not
only
yet.
taken one to the movie theater. She was pretty good.
I
Exist.
don't take my daughter. Like, I'll let her watch those movies at home, but I don't really take her to the theater. She went to her first movie like last week.
I don't even take myself to the movie theater, to be fair.
Yeah, like yeah.
Yeah. I'm
I don't-
struggling to get there.
If my daughter was like older, like maybe 4 or 5, I'd take her to see Endgame.
Mhm.
But I probably like I'll use an example from Infinity War, so I don't spoil anything from Endgame. But like Infinity War, you know, the three women who fight the bad guy, I forgot her name. Like for me, like for my daughter to see that, like, okay, there's girl superheroes too. Like, yeah, you can do pretty much whatever you want, you know, like.
We watched Captain Marvel last night and she was super into it. She was like,
Yeah.
"Whoa, she's a badass." And I was like, "Yes, but we don't say that word."
Yeah, see, like,
My wife and daughters have watched Wonder Woman 1,000,000 times.
Yeah. Brinley loves
Million
Wonder Woman.
yeah, so like there's certain, like, I don't know, there's underlining like morals, I guess, like, hey, women are strong too, type of thing, you know. Like I might not let her watch Deadpool, but my wife might, you know, because she loves that movie.
I haven't even seen Deadpool.
Oh man.
She
I'll
went
give
nuts
you-
for Deadpool too. She thinks she's got a big thing for like action figures that are just badass, I guess. So
Yeah. What's that other new it came out around the same time as Captain Marvel. The Elite, it starts with an A or something, like Elite. It's like almost like an anime.
Alita, Battle
Alita?
Angel.
Battle
Yeah.
Angel, yes. That one is supposed to be kind of good too, but is she like a robot or android ish?
Yeah, she's
or
like a robot.
What is it? What movie? Show? What is it?
Alita, Battle Angel.
Alita Battle Angel? Yeah. So that's supposed to be a pretty good one. I think that it got a lot of good reviews. I think a lot of people are comparing it because of
James Cameron made the movie.
okay. Yeah, so
That's
like
a Terminator reference tonight, by the way.
yeah, that one I don't know. I don't know if it might be too violent for Brinley at this time, but it's kind of interesting. We're all kind of like the violent part isn't as bad because I think they see just about as worse in video games if they play video games or exposed to certain things. Anyways, it's the sex stuff that we're all kind of like, and this needs to be something that was
Yeah.
more mature.
Yeah, and
Which I think
I'll
is
just
kind of
say,
interesting.
I'll just say this: I don't suggest taking young kids to see Endgame because it is a long movie.
Yeah,
Like,
you'll
It's
miss some
intense.
stuff.
It's intense too.
Like you can't miss any part of it, like to go to the bathroom or anything. You have to sit there and watch all 3 hours of it.
Yeah,
So don't take it.
How long is it? 3 hours?
3
Yeah.
hours.
But it's worth.
I
every
would.
minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
wish
would
it
say at
was
least you're
5.
getting your money's worth. Movies are expensive to go to.
That's
Yeah.
why you go at 8 a.m. and pay like $6 a ticket. Like,
What? Or if you're gonna go do it right, where they have like the eatery type thing and they serve you drinks and beer and all that stuff. That's what. you
Reclining chairs.
go. Yeah, Texas, they do it right.
we have that over here too. So
Yeah.
you just can't smoke in ours.
I don't know.
Oh,
If
if you
I'm
can
like-
smoke
be
in a
able to
movie
smoke
theater,
in
I'd be
movie
there.
theaters. Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
awesome.
I'd be there right now, just watching. I don't care. I'd go watch Congo in a movie theater right now if I could smoke in it.
Congo is good from what I remember. It probably
I would
doesn't
start
hold up.
smoking again just to smoke in a movie theater.
Yeah, I used to work with the guy. He's like, "Oh, I'm from Texas. I'd go watch a movie, go take a smoke break in the lobby, come back and grab my beer." I'm like, "Okay."
I used to love working in a movie theater. I got fired for not ratting out a friend of mine that was stealing pickles. I guess I should use that for my intro. That could be
That's
my
the quote of the night
interesting
right
fact
there.
about myself.
Was his name Rick by chance?
Jody.
Dang it! You should have said
Pickle Rick?
yes. He's Pickle Rick.
This guy, while we're sitting next to each other in the office getting fired, and the boss is telling him, "Yeah, you know, you're fired. I have to let you go for stealing pickles." And I'm sitting there all smug, like, haha, idiot. You know, and he's like, and Steven, I have to let you go too. And he's like
I didn't
pleading
even
his
get no
case.
pickle.
I only took the little ones and the broken pieces. That didn't work.
Aw.
I could have had a different career.
I know. Oh man, yeah. So I was gonna do the dental thing. I don't know. That's more of a personal story thing that happened recently. But I'm like, because I kind of felt bad as a parent, and I know I shouldn't be.
Whoa,
but-
hold on. You were posting photos of it while it was happening in the car.
Mhm.
Father of the year, right there.
True. I posted a video of her high, kind of ish, asking like if she can use her teeth again. So I was hoping for like one of those viral videos from her. I'm not gonna lie, like David goes to the dentist thing. Yeah,
Oh
she-
yeah, where they're
she
saying
wasn't-
funny stuff all
yeah.
doped up.
She wasn't that dope. She was just like, I just want a cheeseburger.
Hey, if she says cheeseburger funny,
Yeah.
that could be another viral video. We got
Dang it.
hamburger or whatever.
I know it wasn't. It was just like it made me look bad because some people saw it and they were like, "Just get her a freaking cheeseburger, man." I'm like, "No, you don't understand." I was gonna get her a cheeseburger. She just couldn't eat it right away because her face was numb. She didn't know it, and so. But yeah, she had apparently because she's a preemie, she's more susceptible to cavities and that she doesn't have the same enamel on her teeth because I guess that sort of stuff kind of helps her develops later during pregnancy, I guess. So she didn't have the same stuff. So part of her stuff was from that. So she had to do a filling and then had to do a cap on the other tooth. So that was fun. But she handled like a champ. She didn't freaking cry, nothing. She was like, okay, cool. But yeah, that was, I don't know. Have you guys ever had moments where you kind of feel like a bad parent when really it's not really your fault? I'm just seeking
So,
validation
with
with just
the-
me.
Yeah, with the dental thing, we sat there and threatened my son for months about brushing his teeth right. And if he goes to the dentist and has any more, he's got like a spacer and he had to have a cap put on. He looks like
Yeah.
a damn pirate. And he, we get there to the dentist and it's like, it's finally going to happen. And we're over there just the whole time, super negative about everything. You're not getting an iPad for Christmas. You're not getting this. You're going to be grounded. And then we get in there and they do the whole thing. And they're like, he doesn't have any cavities. And I promise this kid kicked back. He put his feet down, crossed his legs, and put his hands back like this and just went to watching TV that was up there. And yeah, that's how he got his iPad. Like there was no way we could not get it for him at that point.
That's funny. We're backfired. Like, you gonna have so many cavities, you little punk bitch. No.
The oldest always
That's
has
just
cavities.
Yeah,
They're so expensive. So even with insurance, so expensive.
true.
I don't know the answer. Maybe someone does, but I ask it all the time, and they're like, she has cavities. And I'm like, yeah, but they're baby teeth. Like they're gonna fall out anyway, right? Like what's?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's more of like a comfort thing.
Like
I
loose
guess it can
change
live.
at that point. Just nickels,
True.
My dentist said that they could continue to go into the adult teeth and have them grow in funny. And I don't know if he's just saying that because it's kind of a conflict of interest. But
Yeah, don't get
You
these
know.
fixed. Don't worry about it. I've heard things like that. That's why I say I'm sure there's something to it, but I don't know.
my older daughter had that with one of her teeth. We had to move a tooth out of the way, hit the tooth with an anchor, and then pull it with a chain attached to her braces.
that's a thing.
That's the thing.
Yeah, I've
Oof.
seen that before.
That's the thing.
Yeah,
You
they
don't
can
see
call
it.
that in
It's all
soft
hidden.
read.
Like, she doesn't talk
Yeah.
funny, or if you're
Yeah.
not like, I got an anchor in my mouth, or anything like that. But yeah, there's a gold chain and whatever.
Man,
Nice.
I
Went
thought,
with the gold.
my kid had a pirate mouth, but I mean, wow.
Well, and my
Like
daughter
doing
talks like a
nose to,
pirate
ear.
too.
You
Yeah.
got Sea of Thieves in your mouth over there.
Only for you, Ferris.
Hey guys, let's stop making fun of my headgears. Okay, guys? Like the whole that's it there. Yeah, so I'm a bad parent. I don't screw you guys. I don't give a shit. I don't care. I love my daughter.
I
She's
remember
all
you
happy
did
about it.
something when Brinley was a baby, and you posted it on social media. You did something funny. I forgot what it was. I'm trying to remember so bad.
Oh, was it the
You did
the
sound fun.
LARPing thing?
No. I know what it is. I know what it is. Guys, you got to hear this. So Ferris brought his baby to back south. And he'd walk up to any A-lister he knew on Twitch and he'd be like, hey, how's it going, DJ Wheat? Here, hold my baby. And he'd walk away.
What?
He'd walk up to like Towling and be like, yo, what's up, Towling? Here, hold my kid. Thanks. And he'd leave him. That was like his bit. He did that shit the whole time at PAX.
Mhm.
I'm writing that.
Put him in a montage.
I'm writing that down for TwitchCon.
He didn't do it like once. He did it like 20 times.
Yeah.
Leave baby with top streamers.
You
Okay.
tagged me in this picture of you with my child.
Well, you got to do this. You got to. So I went up to Gold Glove and I said, "Hey, hey, Brendan, I got to tie my shoe. Can you hold my baby for a second?" And he's like literally talking like somewhat important business stuff. He's like, "Oh, okay," like doesn't skip a beat, holding her. She's fine. I walk off. he had this look like. And he kind of like went back. She's like, yeah. So he's just like still like rocking her away and like I was like, dang it. So yeah. I did do that at DreamHack too with Michaela. So I've done it to both babies. So I don't know.
We just don't have any cool events here in Vegas.
Well, I've also LARPed with her in Target and stuff like that. Where I don't know, when I'm with Brindley and stuff, I just lose it and I'm just like, okay, nothing else is around me, nothing else matters, and so like fighting with swords is normal for me. I don't know. Like I feel like I'm the movie Big, and I'm like Tom Hanks just playing toys and kids and stuff. And a proudest moment as a dad where I actually hit her with a sword and she fake died. And this is when she was like, this is like when she was like 2.5, and she was like, oh, and then like fell over. So I was like, yeah, that was fun. Do you guys have any favorite embarrassing moments that people would be embarrassed? I don't know, that you would have embarrassed people with, or no?
One time my daughter sneezed so hard, poop shot out the back of her diaper and up her back and all over the total stranger behind her.
Oh man.
Full
Impressive.
blown.
Oh.
That's amazing.
That's impressive.
That's talent. That's talent right there. That's how Nickelback makes their songs.
Total Mount Vesuvius.
Oh my gosh.
I'm trying to think. Embarrassing stuff.
Wait, that I did something embarrassing, or the kids did something
Or
embarrassing?
just that you don't even care. Like some people would look at you like, what's wrong with that person? But I mean, I don't know. I guess
No, I used to have a drinking problem, so I got plenty of those.
with the kids, not with no.
He was there. It was during Deadpool.
Eric, do I have the ability to share a photo with you with all this, or?
Yeah, you can send it to the Discord. Or you want me to show it on the thing or what?
Yeah. I got to rate. Well, here, I'll text. Can I text it to you? What do you want me to do?
Either way.
There's a share screen thing at the bottom of this thing, isn't there?
No, don't do it. Just in case.
Oh, it's on
someone
your
to
phone.
us.
That's not going to work.
Yeah. Here.
You can go on Discord and send it, can't you? Do you have Discord on your phone?
Yeah. So send it to you on Discord?
Yeah, so I can pull it up on the screen. If you wanted me to show it. Is it something you want me to show?
Yeah. Hold on. I used to go drinking with my baby because my wife didn't watch the kid.
Uh-huh.
This is me at a barbecue with my now 10-year-old. There you go.
All right.
You see it?
No.
I DM'd it to you.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
I was like, I hope you're the right guy.
All right. Yeah, I got it right here. Hold on. Let me see if I can.
Man, they're trying their best to make sure next week when I do my intro, it's 2 kids, not 3.
I don't know. There you go, guys. There's DZ.
Nice.
The
Baby
little
Carlos style.
Baby Carlos style. I did the Baby Carlos with Brinley for Halloween. That was her first first.
And we took my Harley to the party. No, just kidding.
Oh,
Heck yeah. That's parenting 101, man. That's like good parenting, I think. I don't know, I could be wrong. As we wind down, guys, we still got some more topics to cover, but just to let you guys know in chat, if you guys have questions for us, feel free to join the Discord and ask in there. Or you can, if you don't feel comfortable asking there, feel free to DM me. We can do it anonymously or however you want to do it or whatever else and whatnot. Join the Discord. I'm trying to get the Discord active with more people and stuff like that, so that way we can have.
Be careful what you wish for.
True, very true, very true. Well, you have the politics section. That place is lit, so I always go there to trigger somebody, and it's fun. So, next question, since we don't have a lot of embarrassing stories, what is your parenting style? If you had to
Laissez-faire. Libertarian.
Authoritarian.
Hands off.
Hands off. I believe that, Dennis.
Are there like official styles?
I don't
Oh,
even
I'm
know.
sure there are books about it, multiples.
Yeah.
There's probably like a
my
list
style
somewhere.
is-
Let's see.
I read through some of the Pirate's Guide to Parenting, but it seemed more comedy than, real stuff.
Yeah, so there legit there was one that says uninvolved.
That's the saddest kid I've ever seen right now.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on out there. I think she might have gotten locked out of the bedroom.
Poor girl. That's funny. This scale looks similar to like the political spectrum. It says permissive, authoritative, uninvolved, authoritarian.
Chaotic evil.
Yeah, I got a question to pose to the parents in the chat.
Yeah.
With measles breaking out like crazy right now, what's everybody's opinion on vaccination?
It's an option.
Shoot them up.
Just whatever.
Shoot 'em up.
You don't need to do it. Don't do it. Let
my
natural
daughter got
selection
4
work.
shots last week.
Hell, I regret not getting a flu shot. I never get flu shots. This year, I sure wish I did. Or wish
Oh,
if
yeah.
I did, it would have worked, because who knows? But man, this year has been rough.
Yeah.
I got the flu shot and I still got the flu, but I got a little bit of the flu, not the full blown flu. And the doctor's like, yeah, that's the whole point of the flu shot.
Just the tip. I would have liked just the tip.
That got a lot of people fired up too. Like I was talking about it, and it was with all these other people, and they're saying they were legit anti-vaxxers still. And I'm like, yes, there are some that you don't necessarily need, but like for the fact that measles is coming back, do your part, and like it's not effective, right? It's not 100%, but it's like the lesser of the two evils. Like it's okay, there are going to be some rewards, but the risk to reward aspect of it is off the charts. Like you either
Part of the very convincing argument as well is even if it's not for you, for someone else, for the people that can't get vaccinated or the kids that can't get vaccinated because of other, health concerns, issues, they might be, have compromised immune systems from something else.
yeah.
Whatever, if you're not necessarily doing it for you, think about the people that can't.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, I don't know. We gotten rid of this shit. Like it shouldn't be coming back. It's 2019.
Yeah, was
Come
it around UCLA or something? If I remember.
Brooklyn.
right. Brooklyn. Oh,
Brooklyn is the measles outbreak right now in the U.S.
shit.
Yeah.
Sweet. West
Yeah.
Coast.
Yeah.
Sit over there.
Is there anybody in here who is an anti-vaxxer or against vaccines?
I could role play.
Give us your best shot.
Pun intended.
Oh, nice.
Got him.
Excuse me. I don't know if I'm vaccinated.
What the hell, DZ? Chill out for a second. Come on,
Attention, please vaccinate your children. And watch Paul Ferris weeknights on the WB.
The CW.
CW, man. CW, man.
The WB.
I'm on right
I
after
miss that frog.
Smallville, bro. I miss that. I miss Smallville.
Smallville.
This is my favorite.
I'm on at 7, right before Dawson's Creek.
That show is wholesome. That show is so wholesome. pretty much.
I
is a
think
fucking
one of the problems with the anti-vax thing is you've got people in high places. Your boy Ferris, the highest of places in the land, out there screaming to people that vaccinations are bad. And
Who's your
Ooh.
boy? Jenny McCarthy?
no, I'm talking about all the way at the top.
Jenny
It's a-
McCarthy.
Trump?
What?
I'm
God.
talking about Donald Trump.
Donald J. Trump? President Donald J. Trump?
How,
That's the one.
How-
Our all-powerful God Emperor?
yeah, how dare you speak ill of my emote?
But no, I mean just him and like people that are like, higher ranking people that are like in authoritative positions, and they bring doubt on, something that's insane. You know what I mean? Like there's like one thing that bad happens, for every 10,000
Are we doing this?
for every 10,000 kids, like one bad thing will
Oh my
happen,
gosh.
and then it's all over.
What did I walk into? I left for a second.
You're not supposed to leave next time, bro.
Doug, what did you do?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He says he's anti-vax. I didn't.
Yes,
Who?
Trump.
Donald Trump. Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah, I can't say I knew that. I'd have to look into it.
Look
I
at
couldn't
his
tell.
tweets. I'm not going based on like what other people said about it. I'm
I
going
don't
based
trust
on his
tweets
tweets.
to be factual, man. He trolls in his tweets. He probably
Hey,
says that.
Of
Confetti.
course.
He
You
probably-
can't take anything he says factual,
Okay.
but I'm trying to tell you, he said that vaccines cause autism. Like,
Okay.
And there
so-
are people who are going to listen to him is the scary part. And with the other people
there's-
who are like high up saying not to vaccinate your children or yourself, there are people that will listen.
But
Who
there's
somehow
also-
are allowed to be
Doctor.
parents.
I think there's more people that would do the opposite of him because they see him as they just hate him so much, and so I
That's
think he's
true.
almost doing it justice by saying don't vaccinate your kids. Like, yeah, well, I'll show you, Mr. Trump. Here's my vaccine.
But with like other high up people who people are actually listening to, like they're doctors, and it's like,
So here's that tweet from
Why?
2014. 2014, healthy young child goes to doctor, gets pumped with massive shot of many vaccines, doesn't feel good and changes. Autism, many such cases.
Ferris, I just sent you like a list of his tweets. I DM'd it to you on Discord. There's one from
With
2012.
anti-vax.
It's like autism rates are through the roof. Why does the Obama administration do something about doctor-inflicted autism? We lose nothing to try.
I guess the question I'd have to ask
They
if he
disproved it,
believes
though.
that still and he wanted Obama to do something about it, what is he doing to push, anti-vax policy?
well, there's a
I don't
system
know
of
what you would
checks
call
and
that.
balances, luckily, so we don't turn into an authoritarian type thing. Like,
Mhm.
it
We're
works
saying
both
even now,
ways.
just simply tweeting, or even when he's doing his next hopping on a chopper and, hey, Trump, tell us about something. And, oh, vaccines are bad. Like he doesn't seem to talk about it at all.
Vaccines are bad. Okay.
Yeah.
He's got
Bigly-
one thing that
bigly
he goes
bad.
after at a time, like one thing at a time, and I will give him that. He's consistent with it.
Now he's saying he said 12 hours ago get the shot. Apparently, Pime is saying, and then also another guy goes like he's just saying that now because he has to. I was like, I don't know. I don't know. There was also an article. Do your research on it. If you feel like you don't want to do it, I would strongly encourage you to at least get the shot. I mean, your kid's not old enough to make the decision. Don't make it for them.
Well,
If I
don't
could-
read articles. Read peer-reviewed stuff. Don't read like
They
some
disproved it.
BS
They
that
said
somebody
there's-
put on
there's
Facebook.
no
But I was
link-
only going to read Trump's
said
Twitter.
there's-
That was enough for me.
I got experience as a parent. I want to chime in on here. So, 3 kids and, however later, when my wife and I are hustling and both working our butts off, we had to put our kids in daycare. And nothing aggravated me more than the parent that didn't want to vaccinate their kid. Fine, whatever. But then the kid gets sick. And then the kid gets dropped off at daycare because mom can't get a babysitter or stay home from work, or dad can't get a babysitter or stay home from work. That really pissed me off over the years, because while my wife and I now got to take time off because we got to do the right thing because our kid got sick from your kid at daycare. And I just think there's a bigger picture to all this. And you need to vaccinate your kid. I get it. But if you're not going to vaccinate your kid and your kid's sick, don't bring him to goddamn daycare, because all of us are just trying to work and pay our bills. And, you're spending all this money for your kids to be in daycare, and then they get sick from your kid. And then, it's just a complete shit show.
Yeah,
My wife works at the daycare.
It's like when you go to the movie theater, you just dropped $100 for the 4 of you to see the Avengers, let's say. And this other guy comes in with his kids, and his kids won't shut the up. And instead of picking them up and saying, and just apologizing to everybody and leaving, he lets them sit there and just keep doing whatever. And then I got to say something to the father, because now I'm pissed because you're stealing my money because I can't watch my goddamn movie with my kid.
Yeah.
And my wife thinks Captain America's Batman, by the way. So, my kids acted up once in the movie theater, once. And I actually stood up in front of the movie theater and apologized to the movie theater and took my kids out. I did. And
What time of day and what day of the week was that?
that's a good question. I think it was we usually go to the movies on Saturday night.
Okay, that's fair.
Saturday night.
Yeah, they actually have rules here that you can't take them after like 3 o'clock at some theaters and 5 at other ones. Like you can't
Really?
take kids.
What-
Yeah.
Depending
type
on the
of
movie. Depending
are
on the
you
movie.
taking them to see? Holy shit!
No,
Deadpool.
the
Deadpool. We just went over this.
No, you can't. I couldn't even take her to see. It was like a. We were going to see Lego Movie 2, and we couldn't even go.
yeah.
And so I couldn't take her to go to this one theater because it was too late, and it started at like 20 minutes after their cutoff. Yeah, I just
What kind of movie are
posted.
you taking the kids to see, Ferris?
It was Lego Movie 2. Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Damn it, DC.
I'm never invited back.
I'm gonna, my next emote's gonna be "Damn it, DZ." There's that link. I put a link to there, and I guess it was a Denmark study that took Danish children born between 1999 and 2010. So it's a huge space of time in a lot of different cases that kind of disproves the link of autism to the vaccines. So
Well, the one article that did link them together was, completely disproved. That guy is like barred from science now. He
Yeah.
got kicked out of the community. Like there was one thing, and now people are talking, well, there's mercury, and mercury does bad things. Like it's a little different. I mean, that's like saying that water has hydrogen in it, and since
Dihydrogen monoxide. It's a very dangerous
Right.
substance. It can
Yeah.
literally
But
eat through
like-
metal.
But like hydrogen, in the Hindenburg by itself is a certain type of hydrogen, but as soon as you mix it, with oxygen, it turns into water. You're not lighting water on fire unless you're in Michigan, but that's a different story.
But there's
Because
two
that water
hydrogens
is-
in water. It's very dangerous stuff.
yeah,
So yeah, it just it blows my mind how people will look at an article's just the title, just the headline, and then base their entire worldview and opinion on that title and never read the article, and it absolutely drives me nuts.
like the Mueller report.
It's
No,
a
I'm just
trap.
kidding.
Oof.
Was
Just
it
kidding.
240 pages or 420?
I don't
It's like
know.
$3.98, I think.
Yeah.
Sold.
I'll ask people what they want to cite.
The
and then I'll
Mueller
read that
report
part.
causes autism.
It's true. I can believe that.
Oh.
Vaccines. Sorry, ladies. We get like two very politically charged people, and then Dennis and I talk about politics a lot too. So, apologize. Giovanni, do you vax, or are you anti-vax or no? Or is everyone on board with vax?
Do you vax like it's like a
Do you even
go-to?
vax,
I'm
bro?
back,
Yeah.
bro.
Man.
Whatever. I'm leaving. Forget you guys.
I gotta go vax right now. I'll be right back.
Vaxxers.
God dang it.
So there I was, vaxing, right?
Really hard. I packed my pan.
I hate you guys so much.
But yes,
That's my
vax-
most embarrassing thing with my kids. My kids walked in on me vaxing.
There was the embarrassing parent story we needed earlier.
I'm
I
never
think I
doing
found my
this.
stream
I'm
title
never
for
doing
tomorrow.
this
So.
again.
I've been sitting here thinking that, like, when I stream later, everything's gonna be something. Settle down. Stop watching me vaccine, bro.
I hate you guys so much right now.
Hey, is
okay.
vaccine TOS?
Talking about vaccine?
Can I
God
vax
dang
on
it.
stream?
I feel.
Oh yeah, that might be.
So there I was, vaccine off. All right, I'm done.
Oh no, I think we broke the Twitch chat with the political stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever. I'm okay. So are we all on board with vaccinations in this chat then? I take it. Okay.
I am personally. I'm okay with people having the right to choose, but I think that everyone should. And if they don't, then please stay away from mine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
if you're homeschooled, man, go for it. But like, I've got you can't do the MMR vaccine until 12 months.
Right.
So right now, at my wife's work, where my two of the three of my kids go, the oldest one's in public school. If somebody comes in there and starts spreading stuff around, and it's not like measles is hard to catch. It's not like it's AIDS or something where it's blood or sex transmitted. Like you sneeze and like 6 years later somebody can walk through that cloud and get it. But it's it pisses me off. However, at her school, you're not there if you don't have vaccines. Like it's just
Mhm.
It's not a public school.
that's why I'm not any good at MOBAs. MMR vaccine.
I lost the ability to speak, but I can do the Sudoku puzzle in like 38 seconds.
Dang it. I had a thought and I lost it. I hate that. It's concussion syndrome. Sorry. I blame it on
I think
that.
it's a vaccination syndrome.
I was just about to say that. Yeah, you're showing signs, man.
You're vacuuming too much, dude.
What was it? Is on the lines with that? I forgot. Whatever. Dang it. I really can't remember now. Quick, someone say something else.
So there I was, vaccine.
Completely forgot what I was gonna say, but
I hit the vax too hard, bro.
do you even vax, bro?
Vax don't care about your feelings. We could just do this for like another hour, and then by the time it's down to 0 viewers, we'll just call it. People are gonna
There's
be
just
scrolling
one
through
person
Twitch
over there that just
tomorrow.
loves puns.
They're gonna be scrolling through Twitch tomorrow. Wonder why there's so many streams with Vax puns as titles.
I know.
It's gonna be the 7 of us.
It's gonna be like when Drake played Fortnite instead of somebody when Vax hit the freaking site.
No, everybody's gonna get an email from Twitch. Do not mention vaccinations on stream. It's now against TOS.
I know. Damn.
Getting Vac banned.
I know. Oh,
I mean,
so-
it's cool if they do make it against TOS because I mean, like we got to be just about out of vax puns, right? Like pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quick, get them all out, Steven.
Well, Facebook, yeah, Facebook is.
I'm gonna save them. Save them for properly timed drops. Maybe next week I'll bring it back.
Facebook was even getting in the game of saying like, "Hey, we're gonna stop." They're even attacking anti-vax stuff on their site.
Cried like that since
So they're getting. rid
That's a
of-
joke.
Vaccines cause adults.
That website's a joke.
Stand parents who take advice from like Facebook posts, especially like medical advice.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because like any articles and stuff like that people are spreading around, that they're saying that they're going to attack those or remove those.
Vax and chill.
Yeah.
We'll,
dang it.
we'll see. We'll see. So you're talking about the same company who really quick waited until the Mueller report came out and like just real low key was like, oh, by the way, 1 million username and passwords for Instagram got leaked out. And then like 20 minutes later, they're like, here's the Mueller report. And everybody, it just kind of got swept under the rug. And they're going to control the news and they're going to, Facebook is absolute garbage.
Yeah.
I don't use Facebook.
Facebook
I
is
dumped
like
Facebook.
something
I
friends
find
and
people that
family-
use Facebook use it to keep inventory on friends.
True.
Well, like
I
I
use
use
text
Facebook.
messages.
I'm eating a sandwich and
Like my family lives far away, so like my main part of Facebook is really just like keeping them up to date with like pictures of my daughter and shit like that. That's the only thing I really post on Facebook. It's basically my daughter's Facebook.
Tell my family if they want to see me, smash that motherfucking sub button.
Gonna buy his love.
Link your Twitch Prime or your
No, that
Amazon
would
Prime.
be. I dread the day that my mom finds out that I stream on Twitch every day. That will not be good.
Ditto.
You're still afraid of your mom if she finds you on streaming?
It's not so much I'm afraid, but she would be there every day at the first hour and every day at the last hour. Like, you sure maybe a little less tequila? Have some water? You know, like it just wouldn't be cool. It would not be a good time.
Here's my
I
junk
think I would
stream.
cry
Mom's
if my
here.
mom found mine.
If your mom found your stream.
My mom doesn't really know what Twitch is, and I refuse to explain it to her. She thinks it's just like a gaming thing, like I play video games on it. She doesn't know that like I'm on it.
At least she doesn't
I'm
think
just
you're
gonna,
like
like, leave it there.
My wife
Yeah.
basically
Same.
basically tells people I'm a cam girl that plays video games.
Yeah, my mom's
Same
wife
concept
lovely
for video
explained it.
games.
She was like, so basically she's a cam girl with clothes on. I was like,
Yeah.
I like to go by the
you.
term internet panhandler. Thank you.
Online male entertainer.
That's
Yeah, that
so
works.
good.
That's a duck sauce quote, by the way. I
Sure.
gotta give credit.
Yeah.
Hey, Ferris, how about the time you almost got me in a fight with him, Dick?
I'm just an e-boy from eBay.
You are an asshole. I can't. I just remembered you did that to me.
Whatever. You got to meet
I'm
your
like-
guy.
I'm
You
like, hey,
you were
Ferris, there's
so
duck sauce.
scared. You
He
were so
hates me.
scared to talk to
And Ferris
him.
is like, yo, I know him. You're good.
You're a
Yo,
punk.
this is my friend Al.
I need to figure that out for TwitchCon, how to start a beef with some big streamers.
Oh, he's like, Ferris
Oh,
was like,
it'll
yo,
be easy.
this is my
with the
friend
MAGA
Al.
hat.
He
It'll
hates
be
your guts.
easy.
and he's like,
Pick
what?
somebody big and make a shirt. Says, fuck that guy.
So I got a question for you. I don't know if it's been brought up like before, but you know, if your kid sees you streaming, what if they grow up and want to stream?
That is
Mine
a good
already
my
does.
daughter is a league protege. We're gonna train her young.
that is a very good question.
I
if
need
may.
someone who will
That's
carry me.
my daughter's rig right there, actually.
Nice.
Jesus.
He plays Overwatch competitively now. And
Oh my
we're
goodness.
See,
she's
get them while they're
looking at
young.
NYXL.
Yeah.
So
See, that's what
That's
happens when you
awesome.
vaccinate your
13
kids.
years
They
old.
live long enough to become the streamer.
Oh my goodness.
My wife tried to get my oldest to do YouTube stuff because she loves watching YouTube videos, but she wasn't super into it. Like, she enjoyed it. She likes watching the videos, but the work that goes into it, she just wasn't having it.
My daughter plays and narrates it like she's in a YouTube video, but as
Yeah.
soon as I go to record it because it's hilarious, she like stops. But like she'll be playing with things and she'll be like and subscribe for more. I'm like, oh my god.
Hold
Yeah.
on real quick. I like how chat is getting so pissed about the kids playing League and saying that's more toxic, but Dennis taking his kid to Deadpool. Fucking cool, man. No.
My daughter loves League, but she doesn't see like the chats or deal with the people. She just likes the characters and the gameplay. She thinks it's entertaining to watch. Like,
Still liked Heroes of the Storm. It took her to quite a few tournaments. She was learning all the Blizzard characters and everything. That's pretty cool.
My kid's playing Fortnite right now. I'm the worst parent in this room.
oh, come on.
He kind of is, but he knows it though, and he's not even trying to be better. But
Just own it.
No.
he's only here because his community.
You're too far
service
gone
makes
at this
him-
point.
He's only here because I sign off on his community service thing every week.
When my daughter was doing her like birthday thing and everybody was like, you know, my mom was over there filming it and she's getting ready to blow out her candles. She blew out her candles and she said the same thing. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Started doing this. Like this ain't going on the internet, kid. Like this is stop it. Just stop it.
Yeah. There's I don't know. Dang it. I want to talk about this, but I might have to DM you guys if we should talk about it because if I talk
We
about
should
it
talk
on
about it.
stream, damn it. Shit. All right.
You
I
should
don't-
have said
I would
it.
be
I'm not knocking
with
the streamer.
Steven.
I'm not gonna say the person's name, but there's a
That's fair.
there's a borderline
Easy.
thing where if you are it kind of ties into the realm of like if you were to stream and stream into like the fetish type thing or something like that, or unintentionally do that. Like one of them, there's someone who streams from a blanket fort, and they just chatting and stuff like that. Do you think that is an open invitation for promotion of like pedophilia, or do you think it's like wholesome content, or is that just
What
type
is
of
the
style?
stream? A blanket?
I
fort?
mean, just in a blanket fort, because that sounds dope to me. I don't.
Yeah.
Maybe my brain's not wired to think of it the twisted
Like
way.
I
so.
might have. Maybe it looks different
But
seeing
we
it,
have
but in my mind it sounds
AMSR
harmless.
channels. We have AMSR channels blowing up. That's okay. But if I stream from my blanket fort, I'm gonna get bad people. No. If you're in a blanket fort, no. What? Hold on. Is this like a grown man in his underwear in the blanket fort?
We'll say
Or-
it's a grown man or grown girl or whatever else when they're
Okay.
but they have like stuffed animals everywhere. They're definitely smaller. They seem to
What's
be
the
more
content?
childlike.
Yeah, is it an
just them
adult
talking? Just them
Doing
talking, and
kitty
stuff like that.
weird shit, or is it a
Yeah, I don't know. It seems all right. Are they
kid
wearing
having
adult
fun?
diapers? Yeah, I don't
Like,
know. It
I don't
doesn't
know.
sound. Maybe you have to see it. It might
I'll
be
have to
something- yeah.
tell you. I'd have to have you guys find the.
I
chat
know
channel
what
and stuff
stream
like
you're
that.
Now I
talking
get
about.
why you were
You know what
saying
I'm talking about,
the,
Giovanni? Maybe you can kind of. say
I
what
don't
you're
thinking
think
to
that
us.
it
I got an
is
idea.
like.
Put it in the appear link so nobody on the stream sees it,
Well, no, you can't. Put
and we'll
it
all
up here,
click
like,
it and
'cause
be
they can
like,
see it.
"Oh, that's
They'll see the
wrong."
message on
Or-
there. Put it in the
I don't-
Discord if you're gonna. I'll put it in the Discord.
Yeah, just Discord it.
Yeah,
Just-
I wouldn't
We'll-
call
we'll
her
vote right
stream or their stream wholesome. However, I wouldn't say that it's. I think it's mature content, but it's not. I don't know if it would be grounds for like. What did you say? Like
Is it like
Promoting
is it promoting
pedophilia or
it,
something?
or is
She
it?
they don't act like a child really.
Mhm.
I mean, like the topics of conversations are very adult. Because I've seen her stream before and I really like it, but
Yeah.
I mean, I get what you're saying, but I don't think that. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think they have any
that
intentions
something
for it, but
that
it's like
has
one of those
been-
Who's
things.
sending the link?
I am trying to find it. Hold on.
Ferris,
Oh, okay.
can't pass judgment.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Guys. God dang it! I hate you guys.
I don't know. Like, I don't think kids are gonna watch that stream.
Kids
I don't
won't
think
watch that
kids
stream,
should
but
watch
it's
that
definitely
stream.
geared towards adults. But why would you? I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
Surprise, motherfucker.
I don't
Is that
know.
what you're thinking it is? Like they make it look as if it's marketed towards children, but it's not, or something? Is that kind
If
of?
you're looking at a thumbnail, maybe it looks that way, but as soon as you click on the stream, you can see it's not geared towards children.
Ferris, where's the damn link?
And like,
I'm getting it. Hold on.
but I don't
He's
know if
having to
that's
go to
what
the
they're
dark
doing
web.
then.
I got it right here.
What- Okay, so like, what about like the whole YouTube thing now, where pedophiles were secretly
Commenting.
yeah, on kids' YouTube videos, and now there's I think
because
there's
those
like
videos weren't.
Oh,
intended,
I know
those
this
videos,
channel.
Those videos weren't intended for
Clink, clink,
for
clink.
that. I did. I sent it in Discord.
I've seen her on Raj, I think.
him.
Him or her. You've seen him on. Yeah.
Is that a him?
They've been. No,
Seen
it's a
this-
girl.
It's-
It's a girl.
This
It's fine.
person.
They.
They. Yeah.
How dare you?
I don't
Ferris,
think
I'm not
Make
talking bad about it. I'm just saying as far as
In
that.
case, I don't think that she's trying to market to kids. However, other streams that might have a similar like theme of like decor could possibly be taking that approach. I don't know if that particular stream is doing that though,
Yeah.
because they talk very adult-like.
Yeah. And because
But are they trying to cater to like the pedo, like basically like I'm little kid style? But I mean that kind of thing is like part of the culture in Japan, isn't it? Like the schoolgirl thing and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
I don't know.
There's plenty of like models and people who I know from their cosplays who like on the side have a lot of things where they're trying to look like a young child and sell things that are
Blame a lot of problems in the world on anime.
It's easy to. You
Hentai.
can.
Hentai. It's art.
Hentai.
Okay.
I want anime in the streets and hentai in the sheets. I've seen shirts of that. So.
It's art, man.
I don't know. So like, they're not intentionally trying to do that, right? And so it's. Do you have to be mindful of like the kind of content that you're exposing yourself to, as well? Because like you're not intentionally trying to put your kid in harm's way, but people may want to use that as a thing there. Like he was saying with the YouTube thing. I don't know if you're familiar with that. That's why they demonetize anything based on comments right now. That was the only course of action to do this. So that then it forced YouTubers to turn off their comments on there if they wanted to be monetized. Because then it was if they had these type of things there, what they're doing is they're going around to kids dancing videos, and then they were time stamping where the most sexually suggestive scene was. So that way people can go there and watch at that scene and stuff like that.
Weirdos.
Yeah. So, and it's kind of tough, right? Because that kind of goes into a whole nother thing, almost a political type thing, where it's like there's different expectations of men, where we don't really have to worry about how we look or whatever signals we send, where women kind of get judged or based on their looks more. Like if you're, if you put makeup on in a stream, or you're always on makeup, then all of a sudden you don't wear makeup on stream, like, oh, why don't you have makeup on, or something like that, right?
I'm wearing makeup.
I know. That's why I didn't say anything about it, because I'm trying to change how I feel about you.
And this isn't facial hair; it's just excellent contour, or bad contour, I guess, depending on which way you look at it.
So, but yeah, I don't know. I think that's the thing that kind of makes me a little bit more nervous.
There
if I think about it
are-
later.
There are like ploys out there that are targeting children, like the Momo stuff. Like that was not
fake.
a sexual way, but that was like targeting,
Momo
trying
was
to
a hoax.
manipulate children.
What'd you say?
The Momo thing was a hoax. It's not real.
Yeah.
It definitely not. That right there is
Not
a
that
complete.
specific, the Momo thing, but there are things out there that are similar. But the Momo thing was
Right,
just a
but
viral hoax.
that Momo thing was
Momo.
moms reading, or not just moms, but my wife, and reading a headline and not
That's
reading
the
the
new
whole thing.
razor blade in the apple.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's Halloween. They're putting
Yes.
acid in the Halloween candy. No, they're not. That shit's expensive.
This got sent home with my
Yeah.
kid.
We got something too.
And I think it's hilarious because like by the time it came out and it made it to all those Facebook groups, it was already a dead meme.
Right.
So like when I was looking at it, when my wife's telling me about it, she's like, "Have you heard about this?" And I'm laughing. And then all of a sudden like that comes home, and it's just like, to me, it's the joke is getting funnier and funnier.
I wish I would have
And-
gotten one of those. I would have
It's
framed it.
great.
It's proof Vegas doesn't
That's why
care
it's
about the
still there.
children.
It's yeah.
They didn't
don't
send us anything like that.
There was a lot of like Momo memes and stuff that were out before I even like knew about it. Like my son watches a lot of like Minecraft and Fortnite videos, and there's a lot of like Momo stuff mixed into it already that was made like a year ago.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was already like a dead meme. It
Yeah.
was no different than like Slender Man's gonna get you.
I was
Or
just
when
about
I
to
was
bring
Yeah,
up Slender
Slender
Man.
Man.
That one kind of scares me. My oldest, she's a
Yeah.
little evil as it is. Like the
Or-
Slender stuff, and I'm like, uh-oh. Here we go.
Like you remember like Blue Whale? It was the same thing as Blue Whale. Like, go kill yourself and blah 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 blah. And like that's what it was. But it was something that was there. And then because it got talked about, because it ended up having like are y'all familiar with the Barbara Streisand syndrome? Like
Mm-mm.
where okay, so it's basically like you're trying to silence something or you're trying to keep something quiet. And by trying to keep it quiet, all you've done is made it bigger and blown it up. So like it wouldn't have been as big of a
Yeah.
deal as it ended up being specifically for
Oh,
that.
jeez.
I find these notes in my chair when I get home from work and the kid's been in here after she gets home from school. It says, "I will prank today. I am going to kill today. Sad blood."
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh
What?
my god, I would flip.
They
So
need to
you
be
call
sending,
Momo
like-
a hoax, but
They need to send notes home about your kid, not about Momo.
yeah. There's a dude in my chat who's a mod named Baboon.
PTA.
She made this.
Kids are not going to be going to school today. That's all.
A drawing of Jason killing Baboon.
Oh my gosh.
Not
Is your
really
mod still
scary.
around? Is
I've
that
got a collection of these. I keep them all.
You think
Oh.
they're
No, we
Valentine's
actually
and then
haven't
you read
seen
them,
him
you're
in
like, whoa.
months. Not sure what happened to him,
Are
but he
you
lives in
keeping those-
Israel, so it could be anything.
Oh, poor guy.
Are you keeping
The
those because they're funny, or is like future evidence?
yeah, give it
Both.
to her on her wedding day. Give it to her
It's
husband
for,
on her wedding
I present
The
State
Special Victims Unit.
day. Yeah.
When A&E comes to do a documentary, you'll have some props for him.
Yeah,
Get rid of the evidence.
her intervention episode.
Oh man.
What kind of parent are you? Get rid of the evidence.
Bury the body in the backyard.
That's your daughter.
Just burn the house down.
For the behind the
Bury
music.
the body.
That'd be a good what if question. If your kid committed a crime, would you help cover it up or would you
Depends which kid. I like
Depends on the
others.
crime.
I'm not gonna lie.
I only got one. I
My
gotta
rule
keep
of
her.
thumb is if you have a bunch of kids, pick the one that will take care of you when you're in your nursing home stage, and like love you unconditionally. That's the one you put through college. You have an understanding with each other, and you love each other. It's funny. It's like boys and girls. I have both.
Yeah.
And if my daughter were to come in here and knock over the computer or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
She'd start crying. She'd be like, "Daddy, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." And it's like it's okay, sweetie. And then I'll start crying. I'll be like, "Oh, come here. I love you."
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. Daddy loves you. If my son at the same age did the same exact thing, I'd be like, right over the back. What the hell's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? What are you stupid? What's wrong with you? Girls, you can't be that way. Boys, you can be that way. And I got 2 little girls, so I'm screwed.
So I lost my first copy of GTA 5. Kid knocked the Xbox off the table.
Oh no. Oof.
Mm,
Yeah.
Oof.
mm. My kid, this is probably when he was 4. He kept asking us for like a Thor hammer. And I said, well, that's the dumbest toy idea ever. Don't buy this kid a Thor hammer. Like, what are you going to do with a hammer except for hit stuff? Like, that's a terrible idea. Don't do
Yeah.
it. So they go to Dallas to the in-laws and they come back and he walks in the door, the most proudest moment of his life with this Thor hammer. And he's like, look at what Mimi bought me. And, I just give the death glare to my wife. And she's like, I had nothing to do with it. She did it. Anyways, I go downstairs, get the luggage out of the car. When I come back, there's a crack in my TV in the living room. That's how long it took before that kid destroyed that TV. And literally just me walking down, grabbing luggage and coming back. He wasn't home for 5 minutes before he swung it around and launched it to try to get more power or whatever he said. I literally had to walk out of the house and just disappear for a while because I was going to murder him. I was going to choke him out. Like I couldn't even talk to him.
You gonna tap? You gonna tap?
Let's see here. Let's see. To whoever's kid sneezed started this.
Oh, yeah.
Shard on the stranger. How did you handle that situation?
I looked at him. I had tissues. I'm like, sorry.
You just got to run, dude. You just got to
Well,
run, man.
Nah. No.
Take off running. The little
Just slap some
shit
cash
trail.
down on the table for the bill and then just take off running.
I had another poop story. This was a good one too. About 3 months ago, I went to lunch at Wendy's with my buddy Pete. And to the left of us, there was this mother, and the kid shit at the table. The booth. At the booth. And she changed the kid at the booth at the Wendy's next to us eating.
Yeah.
And then she left the diaper perfectly filled with poop on the chair in the booth. And she left, and nobody really noticed her doing it. I remember her changing the kid. I think nothing of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this big dude, he had to be like 6'5". He goes to sit down at that same booth with his girlfriend, and he didn't look in the booth before he sat down. So he perfectly sat on the diaper and just everywhere, all over the booth, and he didn't notice it. And it was like, all over the place. So
Mm.
then the guy, I can hear him, and I put two and two together, and I'm like, Pete, shit's about to go down. You know, all of a sudden, this guy's like, "You smell something?" And his girlfriend's like, "Yeah, I smell it too. You
I
fart?"
smell fresh, never frozen
Yeah,
beef.
he's like, "No, I smell shit." So he gets out of the booth to like look under the table, and he sees perfectly smeared shit from the baby all over the seat in the booth. And then he takes his hand, and you know that look on his face where it's like you're going to where you can't come back from at this point. And he goes to touch it with his hand, and he takes his hand, and it's covered in shit from his pants. Dude, the guy lost it in the middle of the Wendy's. He's screaming his head off. What the what the fuck? Does anybody clean this place? And and he's flipping out. He completely lost it, just everywhere.
Oh my gosh.
Everywhere. And they called the police. That's how bad it was. And this wasn't like
Called
a
the
ghetto
cops?
kind of situation. This was just a good man losing his shit because
Oh man.
what happened to him. So I got one more for you. So my buddy, his mother bought a really nice apartment. She got divorced and everything, and he got her a little dog, like a little Chihuahua or something like that.
Yeah.
And she was cooking chili for a church bake-off. And that morning, the dog got on the counter and started eating some of the chili, right? So it's like, bad
Was it
dog.
chili?
The chili and goes to the church thing. So I guess the dog did like this big liquid shit in the middle of the floor, right? Just big pile, ooey gooey liquid shit in the middle of the floor. No big deal. You figure you come home, clean it up. You're like, oh, the dog crapped on the floor. Well, I forgot to tell you guys, he also bought his mother a Roomba to vacuum up the apartment.
Oh no.
So the Roomba runs over the dog shit, smears it perfectly wall to wall in the apartment.
No.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I think I'm out of shit stories now.
Thank God. Thank God. There's another question from chat. This is kind of for everyone or whoever wants to take the lead on this one. I think it's actually a pretty good one. It's from Beastio3. He says, speaking on the issue of other streams, preferably just as a heads up, try not to bash the other stream if you feel like that. I don't necessarily want to do that because I think that's to us. But in general, I think we'll speak in general this because he did put some streamers as examples on there, but I'll leave that out. Speaking on the issue of other streams, what is your take on kids watching known toxic streamers? Like highly vulgar language and known just general toxicity. I would even probably add like sexual type content or anything like that.
Well, I was thinking about it earlier. I was going to say mine haven't discovered Twitch yet. My oldest loves YouTube. I keep waiting till she discovers Twitch and starts to like it. And then I want to know who she's watching just so I can bash her favorite streamers and tell her how I'm better than them and all that sort of stuff. So then she could go, hey, well, my daddy said, think about how great a content that would be if you had like a 7-year-old kid in your stream just talking shit to you because their dad is better at Fortnite than you. I've never played Fortnite actually, but whatever game they're playing, I guarantee you I'm better than them as far as my kids will know.
For me, like I have 7 younger siblings, so they see that I stream, and my brothers were actually, one of my brothers was over here. He's like, oh, I want to stream too. I'm like, okay, but like I try to set an example. Like not everybody on Twitch is toxic. Like I don't curse, and the reason why I don't curse is not to be like family friendly or anything, is because I'm trying not to curse in front of my daughter. She's a sponge, so I don't like, if I don't do it while I'm streaming, I'm not going to do it inside while I'm around her. And like
because technically you're swearing in front of other people's children, and if not yours.
Yeah. So it's
Hey,
like,
I've got the
That's
mature
why I like
audience
the
this
delete
morning.
button. I've been doing this button for years. When I feel like swearing, you know,
Yeah.
and it becomes humorous. So
I still have the mature content warning as well. It's just, like it still slips out. I've cursed every day for 15, 20 years, so it's like just to try to weed it out. It's hard. But as far as like toxic streamers go, like as long as you show them like, hey, there's other examples. Like, not everybody's like this. You know, it's like some of these guys are putting on a show and are meant to be disrespectful. You know, like.
Did you just drop a hint for a streamer unintentionally, intentionally? I'm just kidding.
Do they have a PhD in that subject? Maybe.
Maybe.
So like as far as like a shtick, and they may not know the difference of like being an act as opposed to something there. I don't know if it is an act because they full on are like that on Twitter too. So no, I'm just kidding. From what I've seen and what I've noticed, like a lot of the big streamers, and DZ can attest to this, we probably at least met almost all of the top tier people. Like, well, Tim, for example. How cool is Tim?
I love Tim.
DZ in person.
Tim is a wonderful guy.
Yeah.
Yesterday, my title was the clearance version of Tim the Tatman. Like,
Clearance
Ferris and I have actually known him for 5 years, and
okay.
we all go back. He's a great guy. Did you know that he used to be a social worker?
Yeah.
For his job, he had to pick kids up in troubled homes and get them to care facilities or whatever you call them. And the whole streaming thing was like just to get his mind off of things back in the day. And he never showed his face either. It was always this shit for like 2 years. You know, he's a good guy.
Yeah, we're like the Twitch historians. If you have questions about Twitch, because
yeah, if you go down the hall of chat, you'll see.
I've got the 84th oldest active account on Twitch.
That's true. Killer Steven also knows a lot too.
You made it back in 2007. Yeah, it was 75, but I guess some people finally logged in again.
Yeah. I thought I had an old account, but then I'm like, nope, I'm like at 2014 with this one, I think.
Ferris and I
2007. I wish I could go back and know what was going on, what I was doing on Justin TV back in 2007. That was like, you should make an account here.
Yeah,
but no idea.
Yeah, I lost my original account. I had to create a new one.
It makes me scared to stream on this account because I'm like, if this thing gets banned, I'm gonna feel so bad. It's so old. It's a relic.
True. It's a part of history. I think it's unbannable. You're grandfathered in.
Maybe I'll try that. Did you talk to Justin about this? But it's cool. Like when I look at other accounts that were made back then, like they're usually all mostly brand accounts and stuff like that. So it's kind of cool.
As far as like toxic streams or anything like that, I don't know if I would. I don't know. Like obviously the language one, I have to be a little bit more aware of it now because like I had one playing on the background, and she did use the F word, but don't tell her mom. I'll be in trouble. But she
said firecrackers.
She said that, and then I was like, oh, but you can't like minimize it, so I'm trying to like get her to forget about it and like not use it again. So I was like, oh yeah, we don't say that.
Yeah,
just kind of like brush
that's one of those things. You make a big deal out of it, then they want to do it.
Barbara Streisand effect, I'm telling you.
So.
Like on the parenting thing, when your kid falls down, when you react and, oh, are you okay? Then they start crying if they fall down and you kind of.
My daughter falls down, we clap, and she's like, I'm okay. But if anybody looks worried, she immediately starts crying. So we all just like, if she falls, we're all just like, go you.
I'm going to try that one. I don't usually clap.
Yeah.
That might be an even better strategy than just pretending I didn't see it.
Well, her godmother used to have the most terrified look on her face whenever she would fall. So she would immediately start wigging out crying. And so her godmother, because she couldn't hide her facial expression, she would just look away and clap. And that's how we started applauding her when she falls.
That's what I do to my drunk friends, I guess. It's the same thing, right?
Yeah, same thing. If you applaud, they're fine.
They basically act like drunk friends.
Ferris and I were at PAX South one year, and we got to our room. We were so excited to see everybody the night before PAX that we were drinking steins of beer, like really big steins, and we thought nothing of it. The next morning, we slept through with hangovers till 2 p.m. the first day of PAX. Nice. We didn't even make it.
It was our second one though, so like our first.
one,
we
were already so like, back the lines.
Have you guys been to any events or anything like that yet? Do you
Not
guys
in a
plan on
while. I'm
doing
probably
any
gonna go to
this year?
TwitchCon this year,
Okay.
but I used to go to a lot of lands, but it wasn't like when I
Please-
was streaming or
Please
anything.
do. I want to meet. I want to hang out with all you guys. I do.
Are you
wanna-
gonna be at TwitchCon this year?
Yes, I actually got the okay to go.
I-
Yeah, I'll
booked
probably
my
see you
room.
there. Then.
I
there
just
was
gotta get a ticket.
yeah, there was a parenting like type of panel that was submitted last year that a lot of bigger streamers did. I don't know if they're gonna do it again, but I'm gonna try and submit one. If you guys want to be a part of it, just DM me and we'll be there.
Didn't you do a panel the first year at TwitchCon?
No, not the first year. I took this.
What was it?
The second
You
year,
did-
the second year we did the roast and then that panel,
Oh yeah, there you go.
and so
I'm just gonna be drunk the whole time, to be totally honest.
well the panel.
I was last
Best way to do it.
TwitchCon,
Yeah,
and I missed out on a whole day because I got really drunk at the party.
I
Oh,
honestly
yeah.
have no idea what I'm supposed to do at TwitchCon. Like I've always had the impression that it's great for like 14-year-olds that want to meet Ninja, and then as
Super
like an
exciting.
adult streamer, I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Like I don't think anybody there is gonna give a shit or be like, oh, that's that Trump guy. Like nobody's gonna care that I'm there. So I don't
That's
know.
not
I'm basically just like,
true.
if there's cool after parties and like that sort of stuff, you know, I'll just be hanging out, getting drunk the whole time. But outside of
Mhm.
that, I have no idea what I'm supposed to do at TwitchCon. I said I would go, so I'm going. Plus, it's
Yeah.
pretty close. You know, Vegas, San Diego. It's not too bad.
San Diego's great because everything's like within walking distance. There's not a lot of Ubering everywhere, so like that doesn't add to your cost of stuff. The stuff is really nice also too, but also not exorbitantly heavy priced either. So it's you can kind of get away with like $10 meals here and there, and if you want to splurge, there's the splurge places too. But
Maybe I'll just role play obnoxious vlogger.
yeah, it'll be
It'd
great.
be kind of fun.
It's gonna be really like because I haven't been at one of these events since there have been a lot of the IRL streamers and those backpack type streamers. So it's gonna be
Yeah, those
really
jerks.
weird. No, well, the 2017 TwitchCon was the first one that it ruffled a lot of people's feathers, and then they do have rules I think for like the partner lounge. Sorry, everyone else here.
Yeah, I wouldn't know about that. Peasant life.
Sorry. But I think they have rules where you're not supposed to like stream there, so at least that's okay. But
Well, if you'll just stay the fuck out of our affiliate lounge, that'd be great. It tends to get a little hot in there. The AC's not quite as good as the partner lounge, but we like it.
And we got punch and pie, so
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, we had it. It ran out in the first 10 minutes, but we
Oh, man.
appreciate the Jester Twitch. Thank you.
Whatever. Let me.
Sugar-free Kool-Aid.
Remember when Twitch gave out deodorant that one year?
It was well.
It was like
That's
thing.
brilliant.
That's
They were giving out
great.
deodorant.
yeah, deodorant, toothpaste. They gave out
Nice.
all the essentials. To
There's
basically
probably
make sure
like
you're
2
not
people
gross.
they were
Hand
targeting that they wanted to
sanitizer.
give deodorant to, but they didn't want to like call them out. So they're like, let's
So
just
give
give
to
deodorant
everyone.
to everybody, you know, so nobody feels bad.
True. But yeah, I think if you guys don't go, let me know if you guys are going, and I'll add you guys to the list of potential if you guys want to be on the panel.
For the partner lounge,
I could probably
Right?
get you in that day.
you gonna get me
for
a
it.
+1?
Well, it would actually, it would technically give you I think it would give you an upgraded badge if, from my knowledge, like they did last
Hell
year.
yeah.
So yeah.
TwitchCon clout, let's go.
So
No, I'm going for sure either way. So I'll see you there, either whatever happens.
my room's already booked, so I'll be there.
okay.
I'm probably just gonna sleep in my truck.
Well, because this is the thing, like, I know this is not like the parenting thing, but I guess like, do you plan on taking kids to these type of events? If it not, obviously I don't plan on doing it.
My daughter goes to PAX. She
Okay.
cosplays, and this is her 3rd year doing it at 13. That
Daughter's a badass.
and then well, hold on. She has all these cosplayers in her middle school. She was able to talk the kids into talking the parents to traveling to Boston. And my daughter had a group of people that she brought to PAX, other kids, and they were just cosplaying the whole time.
Nice.
Nice.
I encourage it 110%.
I doubt I'll be bringing any of mine. It's
That's
too
what I
far
want
from
for
home.
my daughter. She thinks I'm a dork though.
Yeah, I would. I don't know. At a certain age, obviously, Beardly, the 1-year-old, may not have as much fun and be more of a pain because then you have nap times and all that thing to worry about.
Well, that's why my
Parents has nap times too. Don't let them
True,
fool
I
you.
do. I do have nap times there. I don't know. it's well, what I was trying to say too is the beginning. It's like your first event. You're always like, I'm gonna be there, waiting in line when it's time to get in there. And like the difference between going to this your second event, we're like, it's 2:00. I guess we should go.
Yeah, we should go now.
So,
You smell like ass, you know.
Yeah.
so it's like having your first
That
kid.
Twitch
and having your
deodorant.
Oh yeah, totally. Totally. If you haven't gone, it's okay. Experience it. It's not like a bad thing. I'm not making fun of you, but it's funny. It's like you have like your business cards, and then now you're just like, whatever. Do you want to follow me?
I
Cool,
was gonna
let's
go
do it.
last year. I had some plans with a few people that were interested in going. We were gonna split a room and all that stuff, and then the time came, and people flake. You know how that goes.
Yeah, I'm not big enough to do like meetups and stuff like that here, but I don't know. Maybe things will change by September, but
You
definitely.
keep doing these kind of shows.
I don't know. If people want to meet up, I may do it, but it'd be fun to do a meetup with at least meeting everyone here if you guys are going. I want to have fun with that. So
Let's see you there.
I'm definitely going.
So-
All right,
Twitch
first
is really
drinks on
cool.
Ferris.
true. We need to get that. That'll be another tip goal that we'll have to do. Either that or DZ's my sugar daddy. Yeah, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I pretty much
Twitch con
got
drinks.
like an apartment there, so I got a full fridge that's gonna be full of beer and probably like baby milk or something. So,
The important stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've drinking breast milk on stream. It was interesting. So
You did it.
My
for-
wife tried to get me to try it. Nope.
Not about that life.
Not happening. Nope.
if you think about it though, like why would you drink a cow from a cow's teat and not your wife's teat?
I don't.
I just
I'll eat
Oh,
cheese, but I
why
don't drink
cows?
milk.
Oh, okay.
and
Plus, a cow has 6. That's kind of interesting.
just got exposed on the chat.
We
I
don't
think
have,
they have 6.
Okay.
Is that right?
The
6?
amount of
Pime, we don't have open bars
Providers.
everywhere we go when we're at these events. It's only at certain parties where this happens.
You know, Baron in your chat says, isn't TwitchCon in San Diego this year? Maybe pick up some sailors or Marines on shore leave, Ferris.
Dang. License slander. The partner party, yes, and then or the Twitch party, yes, and then there's like
When
other
is it again?
parties,
It's
though.
September? Is that what it
Yeah,
is?
September.
Yeah.
All right, I got 5 months
27th.
to get that check mark. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Same.
We're gonna push for people like guys. That's another thing too. Please follow everyone here. I need to get links of everybody beforehand more and more. I just don't have as much time. I'm hopefully be able to. My goal is this, guys. I need your help to help me quit Best Buy. So yeah. What the heck? Somebody's.
That's why you
DZ
have the
cheered.
cool lights.
Yeah. So discount. Yay, DZ, thanks for the 5 bits. My biddies are excited now. Please follow these people. Go ahead and we'll kind of outro out and tell them where you can find you. DZ, we'll go with you first.
Twitch.tv, DZ Live, social media at Albert D. Zerka.
I need help.
Any
What's the
relation to John Zerka?
No.
name?
Wait. Does he spell it DZ?
No.
No, because I have a cousin named John that works for IBM actually.
Do you know who John Zerka is though, Steven?
Nope.
Yeah.
The crazy Albanian?
No,
Yeah.
no.
Okay.
Of course.
Cool. Yeah. Everyone knows who
That's
John
why.
Zerka
That's
is.
why I was wondering. I heard Zerka, and I'm like, wait a minute.
He's content. He's viral. You don't know who the only
The
comedian on
content
Twitch?
king.
Yeah, I'll show him some clips. DZ, I'm hanging out with this
He
guy.
fits in
kinda big
the
comedy.
Raj guys bucket. One of the Raj people. For me, anyway. That's where I heard of him.
Yeah, he's a Raj guy, and then he got banned, and then now he's I don't know what he's wanting to do.
I
but
think that's a
he's
requirement to go on Raj. Like you have to be banned at least once, and then when you come back, they let you on.
interesting. DZ,
You need some notoriety.
Can you post your link? Go ahead and post your link in there because you're a mod. You should be able to post it. Sorry, post your Twitch channel. Beardly, go for it, man.
Twitch.tv/BeardlyAndrew. And then pretty much anything social media wise, it's all Beardly Andrew. I got pretty lucky in that. So
Nice.
pretty much it.
Thank you. And Steven.
Twitch.tv, Killer Steven, PH.
There you
Yeah.
go. fancy.
you.
That's the most fanciest, like, well prepared thing I've ever seen on there.
We've been doing those political roundtables, and the first time we weren't using like a PRN or whatever, so you couldn't put like what your name was, and a lot of people were asking like who's who. So I'm like, I'm fucking smart. I grabbed a marker and yeah, I could
Next
redo it and make it good, but it feels better being a piece of shit like this. It gives you a better idea of what you're gonna get when you come check out the channel.
Next week.
I'm sold.
Talk.
I'm gonna skip you, Dennis, because you're not on anything
What are
social media.
What are you talking about? Hey, tomorrow,
Whatever.
probably noonish, maybe 1ish. I'm gonna be at the pool in my apartments.
So what's that
just-
premium snap? What's up?
Yeah. So Dennis and I we're gonna do a dad body calendar for all our tier 3 subs. So right now there's
Nice.
none yet. So
Mm.
once we get
Each
the
one
tier
of my
3
pictures
subs.
is gonna be 2 months because it's got to be panoramic.
It takes Ferris
Perfect.
2 trips to haul ass.
Oh my gosh. That'd be amazing. Get like a tier 4 sub, tier 3 sub, and like, I want the dad body calendar. I'm like, I will have to do that if that ever happens. So if we Giovanni, go ahead and give your social and details where you can be found.
My
I'll do it.
details.
I got some pretty risque tattoos underneath this shirt. There's like a Goomba and a pickle Rick and a couple of sharks and a bat, all kinds of dumb stuff from Friday the 13th.
All
Tier
right,
3 sub. You know you want it.
All right, Giovanni, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
I'm like speechless now. Yeah, guys, Twitch TV/Giovanni, 3 eyes with the
This is now the United
Ends.
States
Pretty
of
much,
Zombie
I
Land.
do Rocket League and GTA RP. So
I just got my tier 3 subscription to your channel. Can I have my calendar, please?
Congratulations.
Signed calendar.
You're like one of only 2 people that have the Trump emote on Twitch now. Steven's been wanting that coveted Trump. I'll let you tell that story after we introduce Fawn or give her outro. This is gonna be funny. Tell her. No, you gotta unmute it. This is gonna be this content.
She's trying to choke me. It's not funny. Like,
Content.
she's literally choking me.
have kids, they said.
That's TOS. It's TOS.
Okay.
No, I'm
She
kidding.
will prank today.
Oh, you can catch me at Baby Fun. I usually play League, and I'll actually be streaming when I leave here.
Nice.
I didn't even see what he said. That's funny. All right. That is it, I think. Did we get everyone? We did. Oh yeah, what was the story I was gonna say? Freaking A, this happened twice tonight. I need to get more sleep or something.
Something about the Trump emote, wasn't
Oh
it?
yeah. I want to hear Steven. Tell me about your Trump emote story again.
Emote gate. I don't know. I mean, I feel like I've told it so many times now. It was the first time I was trying to submit emotes, and a bunch of people were going, "Oh, you should get a MAGA hat and some stuff like that." So I had submitted some. Like one was Donald Trump waving like this. It was like a "Hey guys" variant, basically. And Twitch declines. It says it's politically divisive, etc., bans it. So I'm like, well, rip. I tried to email support, but as you know, us non-partner types, it's about 2 months later, they'll reply and then ask you, is this still an issue or did it correct itself? If so, awesome. If not, then reply back. And I'm like, I'm really not going to push it. I was going to ask them because there's so many Trump emotes. There's MAGA hats. There's all sorts of things. So why are you telling me I can't have one? And as I'm telling the story one day, somebody pops in, posts their emote. They're like, what are you talking about? I just got this yesterday. Try it again. So I submit them again. 5 minutes. It's got to be a world record. 5 minutes later, they tell me no again. Yeah. So I submitted a bunch of random fruits, and they approved those. So I can have an apple, a pineapple, and a peach. Those are okay. Thank you, Twitch. But yeah,
Oh man.
that's emotegate.
Yeah.
I got
And
an open emote spot, so I think it's gonna be Deve and Vax. I wonder if
Yeah.
that'll get
yeah, because I ended up posting
There you go.
Yeah,
Yepper
so
still
that-
has some of the peach and
That's so
apple
funny.
there in the chat.
well, this is the We can stick around if you want for a few more minutes. If you guys need to go, Baby Fawn, if you need to go get your thing, appreciate you. Because I know you said you're going to start streaming. We hit that 2-hour mark that I like doing and kind of cut it out there. Guys, please make sure you guys follow them. Are you the only one going live or anyone else going live too? I'll try and...
I'll be going live later, but you hooked me
Okay.
up last time
All right,
to give
well,
it to
We're
Fawn
gonna
for
host.
sure.
We'll host Baby Fawn after this. So if you want to go ahead and get going and get your stream going, thank you so much for being here.
All right, it was nice seeing
Yeah.
everybody.
Beware the MMR vaccine if you're playing League.
I'm gonna start blaming that when I do a shitty play. I'm like, man, I was vaccinated. I'm gonna call my mom about this.
Send them the link. MMR vaccine. It's real.
Oh man, tonight was a great night. I really appreciate it. Thanks for the follows. Thanks for the subs, the bits. Steven,
Biddies.
give me some biddies. Appreciate that. DZ with the biddies and the tier 3 sub. And then thank you guys for the follows as well. If you guys want to get on the show, if you're a parent, reach out to me. Send me a message on Discord. We'd love to have you on. Barring you're not crazy and break TOS. It's kind of weird having people come on here. Well, I know because like a lot of people do this format and they just bring random people on and interview them, and sometimes it's content, and
It's
sometimes
sketchy.
it's sketch.
Yeah, it's a
And
big
I'm just
risk.
like, you're basically giving them your power to your channel to do whatever.
It's kind of like
So-
you dropping your kid off with somebody random and then just walking away.
Yeah.
Something.
I'm like, you don't understand. The only thing they have, especially on this, is like that picture they see when you knock, and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, well, if it seems normal, then they'll let them go. But even seeing the knocking video, the people are now like they're like, oh, I can't get on, so I'll just show my on the knocking part and whatnot. But yeah, it's so
I didn't
weird.
think that was an option, but incoming.
Get next
This is
year.
now the United
Planted
States
What the
of
heck,
Zombieland.
man? DZ.
The real ogre. I've been staring at that name on Beardly Andrew's background all night, and he gets gifted a sub.
Ogre,
This is now the
ogre's
United States
ogre's a good
of
dude.
Zombieland.
DZ, you're like, I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Had to get one out real quick. I'm legit gonna make a dad bod
This
calendar.
is now
so,
the United States
so,
of Zombieland.
so Dennis, we're gonna shoot that calendar now since we got a
I'll
tier
be at
3
the pool tomorrow, man. I'm trying to tell you. Let's do it.
I kind of want to do this as a gag. I think. Well,
This is now
like,
the
I'm
United
wondering if it
States
would actually
of
legit drive
Zombieland.
tier 3
You already
subs or
said you were
whatnot.
doing it. You have to.
I don't know, but the fact that I have to make a calendar just for DZ kind of creeps me out a little bit.
Just do it as a TwitchCon exclusive.
This is now the United States of
TwitchCon exclusive. There
Zombieland.
you go.
Are there going to be any other victims for the calendar?
Make it a 2018 calendar.
A 2018. Oh man. Let's see. We'll be we'll be live again next week for sure. I think I'd love to do this weekly, but I don't know if I'm gonna mess with the day of doing it. I don't know because we got some other people too, but we'll find out if we get enough doing it again. I want to plan on doing it again next week if people are gonna be here. I really appreciate you guys being here again as well, and like I said, hopefully this will be a permanent thing that's going to be wholesome and something that can make a difference on Twitch other than political
Maybe you
stuff,
can set one
you
up
know.
live from TwitchCon, even if it's not an official thing, just somebody's hotel room.
More than likely we can even do that too because yeah, I mean
A drunken used to be cool.
Ooh, we would do that. So we are still planning this though, DZ. I don't know if you heard about this. Your kids are old enough for it. It should be probably a part of it if you want. We're planning on doing on Giovanni's stream a kids say the darndest thing version of the episode where we just have the kids answer questions and stuff like that. So
We could do that.
okay, cool. Beardly, you need to teach your kid how to talk. You're slacking, bro. She's what, nearly 1? Come on. No.
We need her input.
Yeah.
My kid is a walking TOS concern.
Mine too.
Yeah, I was about to say my
Mine
kids will get you
too.
banned.
I need someone's kids who are worse than my kids. So I feel
That's
better.
why we're doing it on Giovanni's stream and not mine. No. So it's gonna be a used to be cool spin-off show for the for that, which we'll be getting hopefully together here in the next couple weeks, and we'll let you guys know about that. Please follow us on social media, stuff like that. Again, get in the Discord. I want that to be an active place where if you guys need advice, we're not anything we say here, don't take us to heart fully. I guess should do as a disclaimer. We don't have all the answers. We're just kind of like a trial by error and committee and stuff like that. This is just our experiences. Please,
Except for vaccinating kids, definitely do
vaccinate
that.
kids for sure. Do that for sure.
That's for real.
We haven't lost any yet.
But yeah,
No kids were harmed in the making of this stream
true.
while it was live in a video game.
She should be live now, I think. Yeah, she's live now. All right, guys. Thank you so much. See you guys next week.
All right.
And we're going to raid Baby Fawn. Should be in 10 seconds. Let's go. Yeah. Almost 20. Wow. There's 20 people. Oh, someone left. You dick. No, I'm just kidding.
I hate that so much.
Bye.
They think we don't notice.